All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shah Barakatah Hallelujah. Barakatah Mishpati. Hey, the last broadcast was messing up. Look in the comment, y'all, right there. But the last broadcast was messing up, y'all. So I don't know what was going on with that. But throw some nines up in the chat if y'all can hear me good and it's not freezing, and we can go and get this started. And one of y'all queens check the live and make sure we looking good. LOL Shalom again. Yeah, we back. I don't know what was going on, but it's all good. So look, today we discussing walking between the flesh to redeem his bride. All right, the whole point of this lesson is to locate the Garden of Eden and to see what the Garden of Eden was used for, and to really get detailed into the mysteries about the marriage between Adam and Eve in the garden. That's the whole point of this, and show how we is the bride, how Hamashiach Yahushua is the bridegroom, and how we are redeemed back to him because we was first married to Yahweh. He divorced us, and according to law, you know, once you do a divorce and a woman sleep with somebody else, you can't take her back. So how was he gonna marry us back through? Obviously through his only begotten son. So we're gonna get real deep into this. We're gonna go into some history. I'm gonna share the screen with y'all, show y'all some maps. We're gonna locate the Garden of Eden and all of that, man. And like just get real deep into it. So make sure y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads, because we is finna go over a little meat today. Basar, a little flesh. And we're gonna get it in.
You got an extra pen and paper over there.
I got an extra pen. Yep, and I do got some paper for you, my brother.
You can use brother.
You can use my notebook. I'm gonna wait till a couple people climb in. Yeah, very good topic, Miss Denise Monroe. Need to be talked about.
Yeah, she's going to the. All
right, look, we finna get it in though. Like we gonna get it in. We gonna feast on the word of Yahweh. Hey, that's that little joker, man. Yeah. That's that little joke. He should be on the camera. We used to put him on the camera in the basement. Shalom, family. Climb on in. We'll wait till a few more people get in and we'll get started.
Figured it out.
Yeah, you gotta do it from there. I called it walking between the flesh to redeem his bride. Sounds interesting, don't it? Shalom. Climb on in. I'm gonna wait for y'all to climb on in. We're gonna get started. I got a delay on my phone. I ain't been through Google Hangout in a minute, so you know, it is what it is.
Doing my car.
I think I gave all mine away.
Let's go out to the car.
Nah, you ain't going nowhere, brother. Hey, you stay right there. You stationary, brother.
Ain't with that. But we're like, yes, sir.
Hold on, fam. Oh, shit, I did all that. I don't even think I got nothing. You might gotta go to the car real quick. Hey, look, y'all see knee hat, man? Y'all see his hat? It says "Make Israel Great Again." Boy, you got a watermelon head, boy. This heel is big as mud. I like it though. I don't wear hats though, man. But if I did, I'll rock this. Hallelujah.
I got one on me.
You said you want one. I don't know where he got it from. Don't get me to speaking for him. I'm hungry for the word. Yeah, we finna get it in. I'm just waiting for everybody to climb on in. How y'all been? How y'all day been? Leanne Stephenson, what's up with you, Queen? How you been? Yeah, you heard me. He always got some jokes. Who else up in here? Yahweh Da North Star, Shalom, Watchman Baruch, Caleb, Shalom, Malak Yahweh Da, Shalom, Print Blake. Mama in the building, mother of 7 sons. How you doing, mama? How you doing, mama?
Tell that shit. Shalom.
Maccabee and Nehemiah said shalom, mama. Everybody coming in. All right, look, let's get this started. We're gonna wait till Mally get back in. We're gonna start this off with a prayer. Again, we're going over walking between the flesh to redeem his bride. We're going over some meat. So please have a pen and a pad for y'all can write all this stuff down and link up the precepts. All right, we finna locate Jeru. We're gonna locate the Garden of Eden. And once we get into the Garden of Eden, we're going to talk about these marriage owls, because everything go back to the marriage owl. When Adam was in the garden, he was put to sleep. And then, you know, all of a sudden Eve was created from his womb, his flesh. And then he laid with her, and then he called a bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. This is now my wife. So it gets real deep. Shalom, sis. So let's get it in. Where Maccabee go? Maccabee! Let's get this prayer started.
Standing right there at the door.
Come on, let's get this prayer started. Let's get it in. Let's get the prayer. Go get Maccabee real quick. All right, we finna get this prayer started. And y'all ain't catching me slipping without my fringes. I got my fringes right here today. It's wash day, all right? So I got my fringes right here. Let's get her done.
All right, y'all, we're gonna face the Jerusalem. You all good? You gonna shoot it out?
Yeah, I'll shoot it out. All right, we face the east. As y'all already know, women cover their heads when praying and prophesying. Men uncover their heads. Y'all know the routine. All right, face Jerusalem. Let's get it in. Abinu.
Abinu.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Yi Kadesh.
Yi Kadesh.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Tabo.
Tabo.
Malkuteka.
Malkuteka.
Yease.
Yease.
Ratzonka.
Ratzonka.
Kabashemayim.
Kabashemayim.
Cain.
Cain.
Ba'aretz.
Ba'aretz.
Etlakim.
Etlakim.
Kukenu.
Kukenu.
Tainlanu.
Tainlanu.
Hayon.
Hayon.
Uslaklanu.
Uslaklanu.
All.
All.
Kataenu.
Kataenu.
Kamo.
Kamo.
Shelsokin.
Shelsokin.
Gam.
Gam.
Anaknu.
Anaknu.
Lakotin.
Lakotin.
Lanu.
Lanu.
Wa'al.
Wa'al.
Tabienu.
Tabienu.
Lide.
Lide.
Nisayo.
Nisayo.
Ki.
Ki.
In.
In.
Kotzenu.
Kotzenu.
Mimhara.
Mimhara.
Kilaka.
Kilaka.
Hamamlaka.
Hamamlaka.
Wahabura.
Wahabura.
Wahati Peret.
Wahati Peret.
Laome.
Laome.
Olami.
Olami.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
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 Praise the mighty Yah. That's right. Fam, let's get it.
Let them know what you just read, for those who might be just tuning in for the first time. Let them know what you just read.
We just read the Father's Prayer in Hebrew.
Find it in Matthew 6.
Yeah. And all y'all know exactly what that is. We've been doing this for a long time now. Long time coming. All right, y'all ready? Let's get it started. So look, I want to get this started off in the book of John chapter 4. And we're going to trace everything up. When it's time to flip the screen, I'm going to let y'all know. So just y'all, we're going to be a little bit everywhere for the first couple minutes. So make sure y'all writing down everything. Let me pull up the chat again. See, that's the thing I like about the live chat, that all the comments pull up on a computer screen.
Yeah,
it should pull up the
webcam.
Yeah, that's what I like about the webcam.
Yeah,
I got to look through my phone, and you know what I'm saying? All right, y'all ready to get it started? Type in some nines. We're going to start it off in the book of John, chapter 40. Matter of fact, we're going to start this off in the book of Hosea. Book of Hosea, chapter 1. Let's get straight to the matter here. We're going to start off book of Hosea, chapter 1. We're going to read the whole chapter and break it down from there. So what we finna start saying is we're going to be linking everything to Shechem. Shechem is in the land of Israel. Before we even get there, let me show y'all my map. Let me share my screen with y'all. Share entire screen. So y'all listen to the crowd and want to see what they looking at. Pull up y'all screens and go to the YouTube page. Present to everyone. Type in some nines if y'all see my screen. That way we can get this started. We go down on this deal, bang. Type in some nines if y'all can see my screen. Man, look at the delay on this deal, boy.
Yeah, that's what threw me off when I was doing live at Mahar.
Okay. So look, I ain't gonna even lie. I don't know if y'all typing in nines for what I said before, but if y'all can, okay, you see it? All right. So I'm just gonna go into Shechem. Okay. I'm gonna blow this picture up for y'all. All right, so this is the landmass we're gonna be talking about today. Shechem. It's right between Mount Ebal and Mount Gerashim. All right, now, let me leave it up for a second.
Yeah.
All right, you can write them down right now. Now, look, this gonna be deep, y'all, because these are two mountains or big old tree stumps. Now, if y'all remember the last lesson I did where I was talking about the fallen angels, the shapeshifters, reptilians, and the giants, we went over a lot of mountains with sleeping giants and was tree stumps. Well, these are tree stumps too. In the beginning and in the middle of it, it's just Shechem, which is literally the center of Israel. And look, man, this deal got so many different meanings to him. So before we get the lesson started, I'm gonna go to my Bible app and I'm gonna type in Shechem for y'all. Hey, it's mind blowing how much stuff went down in Shechem. All right, so y'all see my screen? Utah, just like Mount Jericho and Ephraim. Yeah, it's finna get deep. All right, now let me type this in real quick. Hold on. Believe it or let me pull it up. I ain't gonna even play around. Let me do it like this. I'm gonna pull up a new feed. And where's my Bible at? And I'm pulling up a new feed for y'all. Just want to show y'all something before we get started. I'm typing Shechem. Shechem. Hey, look, this is how many times Shechem shows up in the Bible. It says occurs 63 times in 54 verses inside the King James Version Bible. Exact matches Genesis 33, 18, all the way to 1 Chronicles 7 and 28. Look at all these verses on Shechem, y'all. And every last one, 56 of them. And all of these show different events that happen in this place. Now, once we start getting into these events, you already going to form in your head what's going on here. So it's going to get deep. But peep all this, y'all. Ooh-wee. All right. Now, let's get to the lesson. Might as well share my screen with them all out there, too.
So Shechem was a man and a city.
Yeah, it was named after a man. Remember, it's the exact man that ended up raping Dana. You know what I'm saying? So it gets deep, man. We finna get to it. So look, I want to start this off in the book of Hosea. Yeah. Remember our brothers went through and laid everything down? Yeah. Son of more, yeah. All right, we're gonna start this off in the book of Hosea, chapter 1. Type in y'all nines when y'all get there and we get it started. Let me blow the screen up for y'all. Hosea chapter 1. It's gonna get deep.
Right after Daniel.
All right, type in y'all nines. Let's get it started. And if y'all can hear me well, let me know that too. We're working with one mic today. Battery ran out of the other one. Got to go get one. Yeah, it's still through the mic though. Are we all good? Let's get it, King.
Hosea chapter 1, verse 1. The word of Yahweh that came unto Hosea, the son of Beri, in the days of Uzziah, Jotham, Ahaz, and Hezekiah, kings of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, the son of Joash, or Josh, king of Israel, the beginning of the word of the Most High by Hosea. And Yahweh said to Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms.
He's like, what?
Of whoredoms.
Come on.
And children of whoredoms.
And children of who?
Whoredoms.
So look, the whole thing is, if we're not supposed to be making harlots out of daughters of Zion, if we're not supposed to be combining ourselves to a harlot, according to 1 Corinthians, why is Yahweh Shah speaking? Because he is the word telling Hosea to go grab him a hoe. That's the whole thing. Now, when you start breaking this down, the reason why, it's gonna make sense of all these other scriptures we finna bring out. Come on, read that verse again.
The beginning of the word of the Most High by Hosea. And the Most High said unto Hosea, go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land has committed great whoredom, departing from the Most High.
Come on.
So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son.
So he having children by this whore. Come on.
And the Most High said unto him, call his name Jezreel.
We're gonna look up the name too. Come on.
For yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel unto the house of Jehu, and will cause to cease the kingdoms of the house of Israel.
Come on.
And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Israel in the valley of Jezreel. And she conceived again and bare a daughter. And the Most High said unto him, call her name Loruhamah, For I will no more have mercy upon the house of Israel, but I will utterly take them away.
And the reason why is because we kept serving this other Lord, or who we call Baal. And if you actually get deep into the study of Baal, or Baal Peor, or Balaam, all of these go back to Nimrod, y'all. That's going to be the part 2 of this lesson. All these go back to Nimrod. So like since the beginning of times, basically we were serving Satan. Then Satan basically incarnated himself into this king that we call Nimrod. Nimrod is now got 70 names. That's why if you read in Genesis, when he confused their language after he tried to build that tower up to kill God. Because if you read in the book of Jasher, it said he went up there to kill God. But look, notice when he split the languages up and they all went off into their different sections, all of them started learning a new language, but they was talking about the same man, which was Nimrod. Right. So if language gets split up in 70 ways and they all still talking about the same event, you're going to get the same event in different languages. So now you get Osiris. Now you will get Nimrod. Now you will get Balaam. Now you will get Bel-Er. Now you'll get something called Lord. Now you get Dr. Lord Matrix, where you see in the Sumerian tablets. So we see the same story about this Tower of Babel, but it's all in a different language. And we see new things added to it because own tribes went out speaking their own language, right?
Right.
Now, look, this is important because when we go into it in part 2, it's all going to link up to what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he like, look, you ain't going to no longer call me by Lord. Because if you look up the word Balaam or Baal, it actually means Lord. You look up the word Lord in all capitals, it don't mean Lord. It means Yahweh. Yod, hey, Wah. But if you look up the word Balaam or Baal, it means Lord. Mm-hmm. So you're like, you're not no longer going to call me Lord. You're going to call me El Elyon. See what I'm saying? Now we see why we're going to call him by a different name too once we remarry.
They wanted to take that name
away. Exactly. He wanted to take the name Lord away, period. So if you know all capitals mean Yahweh, just start saying it. There ain't even no point of calling on his other God. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can say it's all been translated this way or not. But when you say Lord, you actually saying Baal or you saying Nimrod. And then them are facts, y'all. And once you get into the language, you will see that. There is no translation for Lord into the Hebrew word Yahweh. There isn't. That's the reason why they capitalized the Lord, because there ain't no translation for it.
All right, so Yahweh their power.
Yeah, Yahweh their power. Mm-hmm. Or you got the word Edonai, but even Edonai is master. It don't even go to Lord. Lord literally is called after Balaam or Baal or Baal Peor or Nimrod or Osiris. So yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of it all together. And that's the reason why we're gonna read. And he said it was changed in the first place.
All praises.
All right, come on with it.
But I will have mercy upon the house of Judah, mm-hmm. and will save them from Yahweh, their power, and will not save them by bow, nor by sword, nor by battle, by horses, nor by horsemen.
Come on.
Now when she had weaned Lo-Rahama, she conceived and bare a son.
Come on, so she just popping babies out. Come on.
Then said the Most High, call his name Lo-Ami, mm-hmm. Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people. Oof. And I will not be your Elohim.
See that? Wow. Because we still kept playing the harlot though. We still kept playing with other heathens. Not my people. Yeah.
A people that's not a people.
Yeah, Gentile.
People that's not a people again.
Yeah, come on. Because verse 10 is very, 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 you know what I'm saying, important. Come on.
Verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured,
right,
nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, you are not my people.
You see that? You are not my people. This is the divorcement right here. Come on.
There it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living Elohim.
It says, all right, so in one breath, he going to say, look, you are not my people because y'all following after idolatry, y'all following after whoredom, y'all serving false idols and false gods. But in the next breath, he going to be like, look, you're the sons of the living power. All right, so the whole thing is when we start reading, because we finna get into Jeremiah chapter 3, we're going to see that he divorced us. So if he divorced us and we kept sleeping around and marrying other men because of other gods, then how did he get us back? And then when you see where he married us at and we'll be going back, and when the bridegroom comes and she bring the bride, because remember it said that he made us precious, he put us on adornments, we got good perfume, frankincense, myrrh, put chains around our necks. You know what I'm saying? He like straight a Jew. Like when you got a Jew, don't you shine it up? I know if I give me a big ass diamond, I'm not finna tuck it. I'm finna be like, I'm gonna be rocking it. And that's how he did with us. So we gonna see when he did this, it happened in a certain place. And this certain place gonna keep getting brought up. Shechem, Shechem, Shechem. Then you start looking up the Garden of Eden, and you start going into them rivers, and you start looking up certain landmass, brother. You be like, hold on now. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that the kingdom of God is coming back. We're going back into the Garden of Eden. It's too many scriptures that say that.
So everything back to Jerusalem,
everything
going back, Shechem.
Everything going back to Jerusalem, Garden of Eden, and Shechem. But notice, if you look up the landmass Jerusalem, which I just showed, it's all the same. But Shechem is the actual central part of Israel.
So that is the literal epicenter.
Exactly. Let's look at it one more time.
So vibrate all out of there.
And I want to keep this in y'all mindset. Let's blow it up. All right. So look, this Shechem. This is actually at this time when they bought it, this was the capital. It's basically down there was the capital of Israel, Shechem, and then you got Mount Ebal on the right, and then you got Mount Gezreel, which is on the left, right? You know what I'm saying? Depending on which way you coming through this deal. Now, if you coming through the first way, Mount Ebal gonna be on the left, and Mount Gezreel gonna be on the right. But notice Shechem is right dead in the middle.
What's this behind
it? You got Tel Araz, Jerusalem up over on that corner end. There's other maps. We're gonna show all of that.
Man, it's cold because that's the actual place of great defense. You have a mountain on each side. You're sitting high above any ground one way in.
Shechem is in the valley.
See what I'm saying? Yeah.
Shechem is in the valley. Look, but why is it set up like a marriage? Look, the whole thing is, why is it set up like a marriage aisle? That's the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? These are your two witnesses. The mountains are your two witnesses.
Don't go too deep. Don't go too deep. I got you. I'll go too.
Let's slow roll this thing, brother. Let's slow rolling. Look, this is a Google map of this. You know what I'm saying? You can pull up Google map of this, and this is what pops up. So it ain't like this been photoshopped or nothing like this. Yeah. This is Google Map, players. All right, let's get it. All right, read off 11 real quick.
Verse 11, Hosea 1. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together.
You see that? Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel, which he just called us heathens. You know what I'm saying? Shall be gathered together. Come on.
And appointed themselves one head.
All right, now, according to anybody that know anything about Hebrew culture and terminology, when you say you got a head, that means you got a what?
Cover.
A covering, a husband. So we're going to have one husband, meaning right now we got many different husbands because we playing the harlot. And we got divorced. We got divorced for playing the harlot. Then even after he gave us the bill of divorce, we had time to reconcile if we didn't lay with somebody else. But Israel, we like, shoot. He put us away anyway. I'm finna go stanky leg. I'm finna go create a golden calf. Nimrod, the god Nimrod look good. I'm finna go bow down to a Christmas tree. This is spiritual adultery, what they call idolatry. Come on.
Oh man, I was just getting somewhere else. Hold on. You got me all over the place. Hold on, Israel. Terry, for you. I got 3 Bible apps open.
Yeah, he pulling precepts. I see your fingers moving, boy. Come on with it.
All right, let me read that verse again. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head. And they shall come up out of the land. For great shall be the day of Jezreel.
All right, now look, let's link it up. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. We're going to read verse 3. Now it's finna get deep. After we read this, we're going to get into the lesson. We just need to lay the foundation real quick. We're going into the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3. Now, remember, this is called walking between the flesh. The reason why it's called walking between the flesh, because you're going to see whenever anything went down in Shechem, it was always 2 witnesses on the side and something was established with something walking in the middle of it, which is deep, y'all. Very deep. So look, let's get this Jeremiah 3. Let's see what it's talking about. Start at 1.
Start at 1?
Yeah, because remember, we played the harlot. Now, remember, this is the reason why we got divorced, but he finna flat out say it. I had to give them a bill of divorce. Israel they was some hoes. And look, I would have put away with Judah, but I had made a promise that Yahweh would come through that bloodline, so I couldn't put her away. But for the rest of you hoes, y'all get a bill of divorce. So, like, we can safely say that we was never put away. We never put away. But hey, as a whole though, he like, man, I can't. Y'all some whores. And then look, notice after he gave Israel the bill of divorce, and Judah watched it, he like, and she kept playing the hoe. She must think I'm playing with her. She must think I'm playing with her. Yeah. But like, this how you know his word don't come back void, because he like, dang, I can't even divorce her, because if I divorce her, I ain't got no tribe to send my son through, because I already made the decree. You know what I'm saying? I already made the promise.
You got to be married to her.
Yeah. That's
You
crazy.
got to still be married to in order to be a husband, for him to be Christ's father.
Yeah, but look, the crazy thing is he loved the rest, because once you get into that split in that kingdom, I'm glad Malachi told me to read it like a month ago. You like really get deep into the split. You will see that when he split from the northern and southern kingdom, most of the ones for the northern kingdom, the ones that turned out to be like the stray hoes. Now, southern kingdom, you know what I'm saying? We still was into the customs and everything, even though we was in idolatry. But most of the northern kingdom, they forgot who they was. They straight forgot who they was, lost their customs, didn't know nothing, man. With some straight heathens. Straight up heathens, man.
By every sense of the word.
Yeah, come on with it.
All right, we're in Jeremiah chapter 3, starting at verse 1. They say, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? It's the question. Shall not the land be greatly polluted?
You see that? So
I always said
yes. So look, if a man put away his wife, if a man give his wife a bill of divorce, and she go from him and become another man and become another man's wife, it says, shall he return unto her again after she done laid with another man, after he done gave her a bill? It says it's straight adultery and it pollutes the land. Now, this is where you get thorns and thistles from. This is where you get thorns and thistles from. And notice, if you look up the word sin, because Abraham, when they went to Haran, notice Abraham went into the land of sin. You know what I'm saying? Because the God of Haran was an Anunnaki God called the God of sin. Look it up. And if you look up the word sin for Hebrew, it say thorns and thistles, huh? You know what I'm saying? So he's in the land of thorns, because whenever you commit adultery, you curse the ground. You curse the ground, man.
So you would agree, and there's other precepts, but I mean, I don't want to run all over the place because it's one of them classes you want to definitely pay all attention to.
Yeah.
But read about these. I think it's in Deuteronomy 24 as well.
We're going there next.
Okay.
We're going there.
And look, when you see this, man, and these why we always think that sins are only to us. But sometimes, again, I always say there are sins that hurt all of us.
Yeah.
Even though you might be doing it, or me and somebody else might be doing it, your sin is degrading all of us as a whole.
Even look, Israel, you defile the land and the animals. If the land defiled, how the animals water good? How can they go eat? How they eating? Especially herbivores. Now everything turning into damn thorns. They can't even eat right no more. You know what I'm saying? So certain sins like hurt everything moving, man. Certain sins hurt everything.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't know where y'all keep going. I'm up here as a brother to support my brother. I'm already excited. Bro, I'm talking about, that's why he said, when I get y'all up out here, the land will start enjoying its Shabbats again.
Yeah, the land.
Ooh. You hoes is gone. It's no good.
Exactly, it's no good.
It's no good.
And look, notice this whole thing is based off a landmass called Shechem right now. Wow. Hey, man, to get deep. This show you though how much we are connected to our land. That's why our food source at, our water source, all our minerals, everything. A man, you can't even heal. An Israelite man can't even heal properly without eating food and herbs that grow in his land. That's how. Look, how y'all think I'm healing everybody? Because I know how to call right down into Africa and get them herbs from Israel. No bull. They doing the same herbs out here and it ain't working. That's because the chemical composition is different.
How they grow it here.
Yeah, how they grow it here, because it's a different sun here. The sun ain't burning like it here, like it's burning in Jerusalem. It rain, you know, the rain is different out there than it is here. The climate, you know what I'm saying? Like Jerusalem is literally the heartbeat of the black man. You know what I'm saying? So,
and look, I'm gonna jump in a little something that nobody know where I'm coming from except for a few of y'all.
I do.
Hey, listen, go to Alaska. Totally different. Your suns and your moons and your Shabbats will be different if you run a Babylonian clock. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I got
because listen, the whole thing is what takes the sun to do what it does there, it don't do in Jerusalem or even here.
I mean, I send my herbs off to the laboratory. Like if I get some iron phosphate from some burdock root in the Holy Land and bring it back, and I check the iron phosphate, that deal gonna say 9.91. If I get some burdock from here, from Mountain Rose Herbs, which is right out of Missouri, you know what I'm saying, southern Missouri, that deal is say 6.23. Same exact plant, just grown in different environments, and it's way more potent grown in the Holy Land than it is here, because that's where it originate from. It originate from Jerusalem. It originate from its holy, the land that it come from. It don't originate here. You know what I'm saying? And look, you see that when you look out to the mass majority. You see a parrot and you see an eagle. You know what I'm saying? A parrot from Africa will eat nothing, and they all call birds, will eat nothing but fruit from the tree that grow there because they need the phytonutrients from the fruit to survive. You ain't finna see no ego surviving in Africa. That's from the Western Hemisphere. It need fish and it like rodents to eat. So we got a blood-born, we got a blood-eating and a flesh-eating bird, and we got a fruit and a plant-eating bird. You know what I'm saying? Eating what they was created to eat according to the land mass that they was created from. Huh? What's up, Bob?
I got an elder that lived in Israel, been there since 78. He turned 71 like last month or whatever, right?
All praises.
You know, his son and them been over there for 22 years. And my other brother been over there 12 years this year, right?
Mm-hmm.
They already told me, you ain't ate no fruit, you ain't ate no olives, you ain't ate none of that till you come on home and eat.
Of course.
Like everything's totally different. This is back to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, I got people that live in Israel that I talk to every day.
Yeah. I mean, think about it, but that's why a DNA segment come from.
That's what guys on these times and all that.
Yeah.
I be rapping with the brothers.
And notice, since we've been
Like
praying in Jerusalem time, keeping Shabbat during Jerusalem time, all of that blessings been increasing. And I've been eating according to Jerusalem for the last 3 years. I've been the healthiest in my life. I don't even get sick. You know what I'm saying? Somebody come around me with a full-blown flu. You know what I'm saying? I probably cough and snot for a day and I'm good. Like, for real, because I'm eating according to my land mass. This show, a cosmic arrangement. This shows, though, like, if you eat according to where you at, then you all good. And look, that's why he kept saying, remember the Holy Land. He ain't talking about the Holy Land this much in the scripture for no reason. Look, Shechem is mentioned 63 times or something like that. That's not that many times in the Bible for no reason. Like let's not type in Zion and Jerusalem.
And look, they did it's a video. It was like a news article or like a video documentary, small one about the children of Israel that's over there right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say Ben Ami people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know they all vegan. That's all they eat, right? They
Mm-hmm.
eat directly off the land. They got the best health out of everybody that's living over in the land of Israel right now.
And they stand over there next to a chemical con plant, and they more healthy than anybody.
They more healthy than
what I'm
any
saying, man.
group
Stop it.
out there.
Stop
They
it.
strictly vegan.
Now look,
Almost
check this
50
out.
years.
So look, let's go back. So now look, let's match this up with what we're
Off the
talking about
land,
right
bro.
now. So if we serving the God that created the possession of the heavens and earth and that chosen that land and that people, if we start serving other gods that's not a part of our DNA segment, that's a part of different lands and cultures like Sumer, like Akkadian tribes and all these other, the Anunnaki, these fallen angels, that's a different God of different land masses, why y'all think we sick?
And why we polluted?
And why we polluted?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are not eating and sticking or worshiping things that come from where we come from. Like if you look at the streets of America right now, it's a liquor store, it's a Chinese place, you got the weed store, everything that's Chinese food come from China. You know what I'm saying? Moab and Indian hair come from India. They don't come from the Holy Land. You know what I'm saying? Most of your liquor, most of your malt liquor and all this stuff come from everywhere else. So notice that we adapt to everybody else's culture except for ours, man. What's going on?
Turn us apart.
Yeah. All right, come on, let's get it. Let's get back to this. So look, just keep that in mindset when we matching this up with us serving other gods, because these guys are literally considered heathens because they're not our God for our culture, for our people, and for our landmass, man. Flat out. All right, let's get it up.
We did Jeremiah 1 again.
Jeremiah 3.
Jeremiah 3, verse 1.
Yeah.
Told out. They say, if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man,
come on,
shall he return unto her again? Shall not the land be greatly polluted?
Come on.
But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers.
Come on.
Yet return again to me, said Yahweh.
You see that? He like, look, how you going around? You going around and you doing idolatry, you sleeping with all these other guys, but soon as it get hard and time get bad, you holler out Yahweh. He like, look, I can't even accept you back. I can't even take you back according to my own law that I created. Come on.
Verse 2. Lift up thine eyes into the high place and see where thou hast not been lean with. In the ways hast thou sat for them, as the Arabian in the wilderness, and thou hast polluted the land with thy whoredoms and thy wickedness.
So not only being a whore pollutes the land, your lawlessness pollutes the land too. And we see why half of Jerusalem is a dust bowl, or we see why Egypt is a dust bowl and it don't rain out there. Most of these desert places, if you look back 1,000 years ago, they was green and flourishing. What happened to these lands? Sin was in the land, so he stricken everything that was living from it, because the wages of sin is what? Death.
Even to the land of animals.
Yeah. So everybody thinking, you know, oh yes, it's your birthday. I'm gonna bring you a red rose. That's a curse. Bringing me a thorn bush. A rose wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for sin. Wouldn't even exist. That's a thorn bush. Yeah, lilies. His favorite flower was the lily. Come on.
Verse 3. Therefore, the showers have been withholden,
Ooh.
and there has been no latter rain.
You see that? Come on.
And thou hast a whore's forehead.
Ooh.
Thou refusest to be ashamed.
See, you got a whore forehead. We know what that look like. You know, the stretched forth neck, the tinkling bells with the ornaments around the ankle, the bonnets, the hoods. Go to Isaiah 3. He talk about what a whore look like, boy. He talking about the daughters of Zion. He say, I'm gonna put a scab on your head. And that vagina gonna stink. Straight up. I'm gonna take away the roundabout tires like the moon. I'm gonna take your body from you. I'm gonna get them to the cracker. Now you seeing these white women look way more better than our women. You like, what's going on? The body roll switching and everything. Like, I'm taking all that from you because you wanted to play the harlot.
Notice ain't just subject to women.
Yeah.
Men too.
Yeah. He took away.
Know how to be men. These men soft as all hell.
Hey, notice he took away the soldiers. He took away the soldiers. He took away the soldiers, the warriors, the priests, the fathers.
Scientists.
He took away all of them, scientists and the wise men that they used to hash out matters. But we're gonna get into some Isaiah 3 too, because all this was a part of the marriage. And in a marriage, you have to have vows. And if you forsake the vows, then hey, what happens? Divorcement comes up.
Yeah.
And once you divorce, if you go sleep with somebody else, you cannot marry back to that woman. You can't. Unless it, yeah, come on.
Verse 4. Wilt thou not from this time cry unto me, my father, thou art the God of my youth?
Come on.
Will he reserve his anger forever?
Oof.
Will he keep it to the end? Behold, thou hast spoken and done evil things as thou couldest.
Come on.
Yahweh said also unto me, in the days of Josiah, the king, hast thou seen that which backslide Israel has done?
You see, they called us backsliding. We constantly returning to our own vomit. We don't do nothing. We promise them we're gonna be good. I ain't gonna cheat no more. And we go back and we go sleep with the same guys again, over and over and over again. Come on.
Upon every high mountain and under every green tree.
Notice that, upon every high mountain and under every green tree. We see the same thing in Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4. And for that, he said, even I will discontinue from the heritage I gave thee. So for worshiping under these green trees, which is a symbolism from the sun god Nimrod or Osiris or whatever we want to call him, you know what I'm saying? Gilgamesh, she got many names. This is the reason why we was divorced in the first place. How many of our families right on December 25th gonna have that same tree inside their house bowing down and worshiping? That's what I'm saying.
Especially Jeremiah told you not even bring the tree.
Don't even bring. Yeah, he always said if you bring an abominable thing in your house, you may well be cursed like it.
Jeremiah 10.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So this been going on. We been serving trees, bowing down to trees. What Adam served and bowed down to in the garden? The tree of knowledge, good and evil. It's been a tree the whole time. But what do this tree symbolize? What do this tree represent? And notice this is right after she walked down the aisle. She walked down the aisle with Adam and then went and slept with another man in the garden. In the garden. We got an extensive lesson on that, line upon line, precept upon precept. It was sex in the garden. Then right after that, the same owl that the father just gave her away to Adam in, he had to walk through the mist and he had to judge the place and then kick him out because they couldn't be eternally corrupted in the garden forever. Because if you will live forever. I can't corruption will live forever. He's like, oh, y'all got to get up out of here.
That's right.
Kicked him up out of the garden. Genesis chapter 3, verse 21, gave him coats of skin. And he's like, look, unless you take forth for the tree of life, and you know what I'm saying, and repent and baptize in Christ, you can't even come back up in here. So we see what he's doing. He's restoring the Garden of Eden. So if he's restoring the Garden of Eden, this is where the marriage took place at, the first marriage, then where is the last marriage and the last supper taking place at? Obviously, the Garden of Eden. At his father's house. Holy. So look, hey, and what it's looking like once you line everything up, Shechem is just, it's looking like the marriage job. You know what I'm saying? Come on up.
They're playing that scenario. So you got to be thinking all about these mountains now.
Yeah, these mountains go deep. Like, and look, this is what we need to start doing. Start looking up every location, look up the names. Every name, look up the meaning. Man, it be whole sentences that you know what I'm saying? Whole sentences line up. Look, it's a book I bought. It's called The Dictionary of the Proper Names by J.B. Jackson. It says of the old and new scriptures being an accurate and literal translation of the original tongues. Every mount, location, name, no matter what it is, it have the definition of them. We're gonna go through some, man, and it'll blow your mind. You start putting this stuff in sentences and writing them down.
Can you show it on the screen when you go back?
Yeah,
I mean, not now.
Yeah, I'll flip the screen when we go back and show it. All right, come on, let's get it.
Finish that verse. I'm just gonna start that verse back over. Verse 6. Yahweh said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, as thou seen that which backsliding Israel has done, she has gone up in every mount.
Every what?
Every mount.
Ooh, come on.
And under every tree. And there has played the harlot.
Come on.
And I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me.
You see that? Come on, look, it's like you done all this, and I'm still saying, turn back, repent. I don't want to give you a bill. But if you keep playing the harlot, I have to. But notice, Adam didn't divorce Eve. He didn't give her a bill of divorce. And she straight committed adultery. So we see sometimes brothers is lean. I ain't finna be that lean. You go off on me, and I'm not messing with you. But it's some brothers that, you know, lean to that.
They love their baby mama. They never let her go.
Well, you see, even the Most High, like, look, just turn back to me. We can figure this out. Just like repent and don't do that no more. Come on.
And that's what true repentance means.
We don't do it again. But we repented. Well, we said we sorry, y'all, and we was stanky legging the next day. We said we scared of y'all. Soon as Moses went back, he came back down. He see barbecue smoking, lamb chops on the grill. He see a golden calf. I'm talking about we down there doing all types of things, serving by y'all again. I would not want no woman like that. I thank God that he merciful. Because I would have been cutting me all the way off. You know? I thank God. Hey, if he had my own, I will be finished.
Hey, look, I'm glad
he'll
do his own self.
I'm glad he the father.
Right.
Straight up,
I would have did my own self.
I'd have did my own self in. I ain't finna deal with no woman like that. Straight up.
Real talk.
Let alone get intimate with her. I don't even know who you been with.
Well, could you play on your mind play when you think about that?
That's what I'm saying, man.
You lay with your woman, think about who just was with your woman.
Yeah, you just was messing with Nimrod by all you done. I got proof of it too. Oh no, I'm not coming into you. Straight up. But the Most High, he that merciful and he love us that much, man. That's deep. Love us that much. And
he still gave us judgment in it.
Yeah,
so I don't want to skip that.
And look, don't get it twisted. And gave us a bill of divorce, but loved us so much that he like, I gotta figure out a way to marry them back to me. I gotta figure out a way to marry them back to me.
All right, don't give it up to me.
All right, come on.
Hallelujah. Verse 7. And I said after she had, read that again.
Hey, that's right. Watchman Baruch Caleb, he said, shit, we need help. Yes,
we need help.
We are mentally sick people, man.
That's right.
Real. We are.
And look, just let us know, ladies that's in the audience and abroad, listen. We talk a lot of mess about women, but listen, this was us. This was the men
as
too.
a whole, playing being straight
and real talk. A lot of us was leading our whole households into.
Yeah, sometimes it wasn't even the women. It was the men of the household. The men that led the house, serving up like man, Haran and them, man, terror.
And look, and then when God killed the head of the house, he took the wife
and the children with him.
To remove that whole seed.
The head gotta go. You got some seeds. That mean them seeds corrupt. I gotta hit everybody.
So don't look. Yeah. We did it bad. Yep. So we understand we did it bad.
Come on.
Verse 7. And I said, after she had done all these things, turn thou unto me, but she returned not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it.
Look, it says we seen it. We seen the judgment. We seen it. Look, so we Judah, right? We looking over and we seeing what Israel is doing. We doing the same thing, but we see the judgment and we see the Most High plead with Israel. Judah, Yahweh, which is us, just like, all right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I like it. It's good over there. The grass is green on the other side right now. We ain't even turned back. Come on.
And you know, there's another thing too. When you read those Ezekiel accounts, listen, what happened with Judah? You still gonna be fucking, listen, Israel gonna get punished for that sin because you didn't tell them to turn away from that sin. That blood is on you too.
Yep. Come on.
All right, verse 8. And I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery.
What we do?
Adultery.
Come on.
I had put her away.
Look, we was committing so much fornication, spiritual idolatry that he had to put us away. He had to put us away. That's how much we was doing behind his back. He like, look, y'all straight up hoes. Y'all done fouled the land. Y'all done fouled the body. I can't even get intimate with you. I might catch God knows what. I can't even get intimate with y'all.
Spiritual gonorrhea.
Yeah, spiritual gonorrhea, sexually transmitted demons. I gotta get rid of y'all. I got to. Now check this out. Come on.
Look, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce.
Now we see that the Most High Yahweh gave us a bill of divorce.
Israel at this point.
Yeah, gave Israel a bill of divorce, which still is us, even though
still is us. Yeah, I'm just,
I'm saying,
for your perfect breakdown of the story.
Yeah, of course.
Judah is the sister, Israel is separate, but we're still all the same people, Israel.
So he couldn't divorce Judah because Judah is what he already promised to bring Yahushua through. So like, if I divorce her, I can't bring him in blemish through some, you know what I'm saying? So like, I can't even divorce her, but I got to get rid of Israel. Come on. So he had put her away and given her a bill of divorce.
Yeah, her treacherous sister Judah, fear not.
You see that? We ain't even fear. We seen it. Do you know how that look when the Most High take his hands off you? Boy, that mean he calling his angels off you and everything. Come on.
But went and played the harlot also.
Oh, like, look, all right, true. Ain't nothing happened to them. They just got divorced. See, I'm finna go stanky leg too and do what I want to do on the other side of midnight. But notice it said he gave her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. Come on.
Verse 9. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land.
Now Judah defiling the land. All right, come on.
And committed adultery with stones and with stocks.
Because they used to build their altars and their gods with stones and stocks. Come on.
And yet, all for this, her treacherous sister Judah had not returned unto me with her whole heart.
Meaning she apologized, but she wasn't serious. She wasn't serious. She said, I'm sorry, but she kept going back to the same other gods. Come on.
But finally said Yahweh. And the Most High said unto me, the backsliding Israel had justified herself more than treacherous Judah.
Come on.
Go and proclaim these words toward the north and say, return thou backsliding Israel, said Yahweh, and I would not cause my anger to fall upon you.
And notice it said the north because it was a split between the northern and southern kingdom. Come on.
For I am merciful, said the Most High, and I will not keep my anger forever.
All right, let's stop there right there because we got to finish the rest of that. So look, let's go down into Deuteronomy chapter 24 because notice we see in verse 8, it says, and I saw when for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had to put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah, Yahweh feared not, but went and played the harlot also. So look, let's back up this law. Let's go to Deuteronomy 24, 1-4. Deuteronomy 24, 1-4. And let's track it down real quick before we get into these landmass and get to Shechem. Let's see what's going on. Deuteronomy 24, 1-4. Type in y'all nines when y'all there, family, and we'll read. And now it's gonna start coming together for them. Now once we get through all these and you start reading about the mystery of the marriage, you know exactly what he's talking about when you're going into Ephesians. And when you start going into 1 Corinthians chapter 7, where it talks about the law. See that? So Deuteronomy 24 gonna make sense now. 1 Corinthians chapter 7 gonna make sense now. Ephesians chapter 5 gonna make sense now. All these different chapters where he speak about marriage, we've been thinking about it in the wrong way. That was the great mystery that he was talking about. We finna figure out because he got to find a way to redeem his wife back to him.
Or back to the family.
Back to the family, which is to him. Because I mean,
why would he still the head?
And why would he incarnate himself, not reincarnate, but incarnate himself into his son? You see what I'm saying? What's really going on here? And then you see the marriage aisle, and it's all taking part in Shechem's where all these covenants was taken down for it. And then you see God walking through the ripped pieces of the flesh to establish Abraham. Then you see how Joseph was sold into Shechem. We see that in Shechem, this is where Yahushua Mashiach met with the Samaritan woman at the well.
At the well.
You know what I'm saying?
About that profile.
And we see all this money being exchanged, and we see that Christ was sold for the same shekels as you buy a harlot with, which is 30 pieces of what? Silver. You know that's the same price you buy a harlot with, right? That's like so he took on that for us to buy us back in and to marry us back in with him. Boy, it's deep, man. But look, this is how much love he got with us. That's why it's called walking through the flesh to redeem his bride. You know what I'm saying? And once you look at this from with your eye wide open, you should be like, man, he loved me that much. I shouldn't be out here doing no type of sinning, like none whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Because grace run out, and this straight grace and love right here. Straight up. Yeah, that's right. Mind blowing. Come on.
Deuteronomy 24, verse 1.
Now remember, we just read in Jeremiah 3 and 8 about the divorce. He had to divorce Israel because she wouldn't turn back for playing harlotry. Come on.
Deuteronomy 24 and 1. When a man has taken a wife and married her.
Ooh, and what?
And married her.
Come on. Yeah, go here. Look it up real quick.
Married is H1166. H1166.
Hey, may the Most High bless y'all for y'all donations, brother. I ain't get to see y'all, but may the Most High bless the works of y'all hands, family. Yeah, love y'all indeed and true. Come on.
And it says, by all, to marry, rule over, possess his own, to marry, be Lord, parentheses, husband, over, to rule over, to be married, the Strong's definition, to be master, hence demonstration from married.
And that's why Sarah called Abraham Lord.
That's why she
was master over him. You know what I'm saying?
He was master over her.
I mean, he was master over her, and she played her submissive role. Oh, yeah, I'm going off. I'm going off of her. Y'all know what I meant, though. All right, come on.
Yeah, it just said, Bilal having dominion over, be husband, married. Is it?
All right, come on with us. Let's get back to this.
So it's just a rulership. It's a business.
Yeah, it's a business first. Straight up. Come on.
And married her, and come to pass.
Start from one again. Start from one again.
Start from one again.
Yeah.
All right, I'll praise. When a man has taken a wife,
right,
and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes.
Ooh, come on.
Because he has found some uncleanliness.
He had found some uncleanliness. He had found some fornication
in her.
Yeah, in her. Some spiritual idolatry or some adultery in her. Come on.
Then let him write her a bill of divorce.
Now, ain't this the same thing that Yahweh just did with Israel? He wrote her a bill of divorce because he found uncleanliness in her and she wasn't willing to turn around and repent and stop doing it. Check this out. Come on.
And gave it to her hand and sent her out of the house.
And that's what that's what Yahweh Shah did with us. He gave us a bill of divorce and he kicked us out. You ain't finna be up in here doing that. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Verse 2. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be another man's wife.
You see that? So once you get rid of your wife for being unclean, once that bill go out, she can go do what she want to do. But if she touch something else while she going out, it's no reconciliation. Can't come back to me. Can't come back to me. So look, this is the Most High law. So he have to keep his own law. So if he got to keep his own law, while we get in the New Testament, all you hear about is Jerusalem being his bride. You like, hold on. I know the word don't contradict itself because we slept with many other guys after he gave us the bill of divorce. So how is we marrying back in? That's the whole point of this. Come on.
Yeah, I put out to a few people about a little quiz. What is biblical adultery? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. We just running over this again. Just crazy. All praises. Verse 3. And if the latter husband hate her and write her a bill of divorce and give it in her hand and send her out of his house.
See that's the latter husband. So if her latest husband, you know what I'm saying, after she done went forth, got a bill of divorce, remarried, say she's tripping again.
The new boo kicked out.
Yeah, and then the new dude like, look, you gotta go. You still ain't got that. Obviously, I see why you got divorced in the first place. So if he get rid of her, come on.
Or if the latter husband die.
Or if he what?
Die.
If he dies. Now, this is the whole thing. Remember the death part. So if the new husband died, come on.
Which took her to be his wife, her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again.
So the first husband still can't take her. Even though she's a widow to the later husband, the first husband still can't marry her in. All right? Come on.
To be his wife. After that, she is defiled.
Ooh, come on.
For that is abomination.
Ooh, you see, that's an abomination. That's something that God hates. Come on.
Before Yahweh.
Ooh.
And thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which Yahweh thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance.
Come on.
When a man has taken a new wife He shall go out to war.
He shall what? Read that again.
He shall not go out to war.
Uh-huh.
To war. Neither shall he charge with any business.
Uh-huh.
But he shall be free at home 1 year.
See that? And that's for the honeymoon. And look, we
Childbearing,
married now. It's time to put some babies off in you. You feel me? Come on.
And shall cheer up his wife, which he has taken.
All right, we stopped there right there. Now look, from there, now we finna see what's actually going on. Let's go into Ephesians chapter 5. Now all this finna make sense when you're reading it. We've been getting taught and reading this and been looking over all these laws and what the Most High been doing. Now when you see what Paul said, dang, this is the great mystery. And he say this, he was speaking of Yahweh Shah concerning the church. And then you start speaking about that church. And this is way before Peter, because he called that a church that was in the wilderness. Remember? He said for that church that was in the wilderness. And then you think, who was in the wilderness? And then you start, look, and then Israel. You start going before the split. You be like, oh, okay. Israel. Israel, not Judah, but who? Israel. He had to bring them back. He had to bring them back into the fold because they wasn't split yet. You know what I'm saying? It started making sense. And then once we line up the landmass to it, you will see why basically you'll see why Shechem is so important.
And look, man, look. Hey, look, I'm gonna jump on this before I second. So it's understanding why Paul told you if y'all, have an issue and if y'all need to split, that's okay. Yeah, but reconcile. Brother. Let me shut up.
Yeah, we're going to that. Chill out, We're going to it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Cool.
All right, so we're gonna go to the New Testament. Let's get Ephesians. If y'all get some understanding, and overstanding so far, type in some 9s on the comment board. If not, let us know. We can slow it down and answer questions real quick. And is y'all getting some understanding in the audience? Okay. What about you, Boo? Boo, you get some understanding, overstanding? I guess so. What about you, Say? What about the other Say? Yeah, Say. His name Say too. His name Say too.
The feminine and masculine.
All right, all praise. All right, we're gonna go to the New Testament real quick. Ephesians chapter 5. We're gonna start at verse 20. All right, they get it. Now, look, keep in mind what we started this off with. I started off showing y'all pictures of this landmass. Matter of fact, let me show it to y'all again. If I can keep this in y'all head for y'all can be like, why do he keep showing this? Because this means something. This means something. Look at that, y'all. Go Shechem, the owl, the marriage owl. We see these two mounts. That's two witnesses of this marriage. We finna go through some scriptures and you're going to see covenant after covenant after covenant after covenant here. And you're going to see altars, what we call marriage declarations or marriage ornaments. That's what an altar is, getting put up by all the sons. All the Melchizedek priests came here and set up an altar in the same exact spot. You know what I'm saying? You're going to realize that these altars are actually marriage ornaments, to their husband. It gets deep, man. It gets deep. All right, let's click back off this. I kind of miss doing the Google Hangout, man. Thanks, son. All right, let's get it out.
Ephesians chapter 5, verse 20.
Come on.
Giving thanks always for all things unto Elohim and the Father in the name of our Master Yahshua HaMashiach.
Come on.
Submitting yourselves one to another in the fear of Elohim.
Come on.
Why?
Ooh, what did it say?
Why? Submit yourselves unto your own husbands and unto Yahweh.
It says as unto Yahweh.
As unto Yahweh.
So look, it's saying, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto Yahweh, because it's saying we supposed to be mimicking and rehearsing for the kingdom. And the kingdom is going to be full submission. It said when he cracked the sky, every knee shall what? Bow. So we need to be doing that now. So it's best for y'all to practice that to us, and we practice that for Mashiach Yahweh Shah. And you will see that's how it's supposed to be.
Bow.
Yeah, because we gonna bow. You know what I'm saying? You see how dedicated the priest is in the temple? You supposed to be dedicated like that to your husband. Flat out. Come on.
Look, it's so crazy. You can go to work and be dedicated to your boss. Take all manner of BS from your boss. You come home. Okay.
Got something to say? Yeah.
How about you just did 8 hours in overtime by demand?
You got employee of the month.
But you come on to me. Check ain't big enough.
All right, come on with it.
Verse 23. For the husband is the head of the
You
wife,
see that? For the husband is the head of the wife. That's 1 Corinthians chapter 11. Come on.
even as Christ is the head of the church.
All right, notice that it keeps saying, as soon as it says something about the marriage, the physical marriage of man and woman, it automatically take it back to the spirituality of the man and the priest in the body, his body, which is the church in Christ. So we're saying, if we can read up on how Christ and his church act, that's how the marriage is supposed to be. We're supposed to be in, yeah, we're supposed to be inside of our relationships, mimicking the body in a Mashiach, period. So if you know if you off, if this is how you know if you off. If you start, okay, now this is a sin against the Messiah, which is his Lord. I can't be doing the same thing against him because he's my Lord. And then as far as ours, this is my wife. I'm supposed to be Christ and she's supposed to be my church. I must love my church. I must protect my church, and I must give myself for my church. I must sacrifice for my church. If your marriage ain't running like that, then you're not married according to the Bible. Well, you married because you went before the witness, but you're not acting out your role. You're not acting out your role properly. And we gonna see that if you don't act out your role properly, death come behind it. Death come behind it because you're literally not listening to the marriage vows. And we see the marriage vows. You got the 10 commandments. These are vows here. These are things you must do to keep this marriage operating. Come on. Yeah, one big family. Yep. Come on.
23 again. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. And he is the savior of the body.
You see that? So Christ is the savior of the body. So that means the husband supposed to be the savior of what?
His wife.
His wife and his family.
Absolutely.
He's supposed to be the savior.
Absolutely.
And when the king walk in, if you doing what you're supposed to be doing, because look, we see that if you go off in your marriage, if we go off against Christ, Christ will be like, look, I'm not messing with you. I ain't messing. I'm not finna pay no bills. I'm not finna feed you. You sinning. You know what I'm saying? Until you get yourself right, until you repent, I ain't dealing with you. That's how the Messiah worked. That should be the same way the husbands operate inside their household. Now, once the woman or the church see that, they feel like they disconnected from God. They be like, well, look, let me get myself together. You know what I'm saying? All right, now you can come back in the fold. Come on. But notice what it says. He's the savior of the body. Come on.
24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ.
All right. So as the church is subject unto Christ, you see how we check each other all day. You going off. Obviously somebody ain't in subjection to the Messiah. Come on.
So let the wives be to their own husbands.
So let the wives be to their own husbands. Come on.
In everything.
In everything. You look this word up, everything. It literally means what it says. In every way. Each and every way. That deal say all. It says all. Ain't no way around it. Because look, guess how the priest is and how the body of the Messiah is supposed to act to him. If he say get down, get down. Period. No matter what it is. If it comes out of a Mashiach Yahushua mouth, you need to get it done. That's the same thing that need to be happening in the household. Come on.
Also, too, you know, a lot of people try to run to that. Well, my man ain't that type of man. Him off. You know what I'm saying? But still, you don't have a free pass to jump order. You don't have a free pass to do what you want. Ain't no divorcing your husband.
Nah, never that.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a story of Abigail in 1 Samuel. Read about that. That woman stayed a woman of God regardless to her husband, Nabal, which was a fool. Stayed faithful, and the Lord blessed her to be a wife of a king shortly thereafter.
But she never forsake her husband.
She played it all the way out.
She didn't care what her husband was doing. She played the role that the Most High told her to play.
A righteous woman.
Yes, and for that, he delivered her. He delivered her. Now look, let's look at this word, everything. Now again, this is how we supposed to be.
Strong's G 3956. Pas. All
right, let's look at the word everything, which is pas. This deal straight up say, let me blow it up for y'all don't think I'm making up stuff. All right, it's all on the screen. I'm gonna let you read that out. What that say?
Individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything, collectively, some of all types.
Look, now look, let's go into the Strong's definition. What that say? Let me blow it up for them, for they don't think we making up stuff. And look, this how y'all supposed to be to y'all husband, queens, and this is how we supposed to be to Mashiach Yahushua. So don't think that, you know what I'm saying, y'all just got all the, you know what I'm saying, y'all walking on eggshells. No, we walking on eggshells too. Especially if we out of pocket and breaking commandments. Because our husband is a Mashiach Yahushua. And y'all husbands or us. Come on.
Pas. Pause, I'm trying to say like they said. Including all the form of this declension,
Yep.
apparently a primary word, all,
Ooh.
any,
Come on.
every, the whole, all, manner of, means, always with S,
Ooh.
any, parentheses 1,
What they say?
daily.
So can I take a day off from this?
Nope.
That deal say daily, y'all. Come on.
Plus forever.
Forever. Forever and ever.
Every one.
Mm-hmm.
Every way. Like multiplication.
Yeah, I see that. I got you.
As many as. Plus nothing. Thoroughly whatsoever. Whole. Whosoever.
Do you see that? Or do you see that? It ain't no getting away from that. Ain't no getting away from that. All right, let me go back to this deal. I mean, Ephesians. I don't know how to work it yet, so I gotta go all the way.
5.
Yeah, I mean Ephesians 5.
We're at 26.
Ephesians
25.
25. My bad, y'all. I don't know how to bring it back like right with one snap of the button, so I always gotta go back through it. One of y'all need to show me how to do that. All right, verse 25. Let's read it. So look, if y'all getting some understanding, overstanding on net so far, type in some 9s because we gotta link this to the Messiah. But it's finna show, and you're gonna see what the great mystery was. So if y'all understand it, type in some 9s. Y'all understand that? What about you, Say? You understand that? All right.
Bobo.
All right, let's get it.
You're too cool. Verse 25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church.
All right, at this particular time, what church is he talking about? What church is he talking about?
Yisrael.
All right, Yisrael. He said, husband, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and what?
And gave himself for it.
Didn't Yahweh give himself for his church? Let's read about the church he's talking about. Hold y'all spots. You can just pull it. I ain't gonna pull it. I'm gonna keep the screen up. Go to Acts 7. Go to Acts chapter 7, 37 to 38. Acts chapter 7, 37 to 38. Somebody write that in the comment board. Acts, matter of fact, I'll write it. Acts 7, 37 to 38. Let's see what this church he talking about here. Because it's going to go back to who? Backsliding Israel, who he divorced. And he had to bring them back. So he gave himself for it. Remember, he never divorced Judah.
Ain't that the prophecy though?
Yeah. But look, he never divorced.
He's going to save his people.
His people. Yes. Well, what particular people he talking about? The lost sheep. Who was that lost sheep? The northern split, bro. Because he never got rid.
He came out of Judah.
Yeah, he never got rid of Judah.
Right. He came out of Judah.
He came out of Judah. So who is he talking about?
He going to get them lost sheep.
Tribes, huh? It makes sense, man.
That's why.
Do y'all get that? It makes so much sense, man.
And you got to understand what's going on and to understand prophecy. Okay, we woke up.
Yeah.
We caught the fact that we Israel. We understand we living out the curses. We can't obtain the blessings. We can't survive captivity. We can't return back to Elohim.
Right.
We can't keep the feast. We can do what? Observe the Shabbats.
Yeah. We
can't keep these Moedim, appointed times, and keep these
new moons. Yeah.
Everything, right? Now there's a deeper understanding. You got to get back to this brotherhood, this family connection. Because listen, he completed the first mission and left us to carry the other part of the mission.
Man, the whole Bible is funded upon marriage. The whole Bible.
It
is. Always talking about family, children, husbands, wives. That's all it talks about. Covenants. And covenants. All it talks about is marriage. Children, little babes, fathers.
Order.
That's all it talk about is the order of what? The household, man. That's all it talk about. So and if we can mimic that inside of our physical households, we have a blissful marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? Period. But it's always somebody's not playing their role. All right, let's read this. We in the book of Acts, chapter 7, 37 to 38. All
right, Acts chapter 7, verse 37. This is that Moshe, which said unto the children of Israel, a prophet shall Yahweh your Elohim raise up unto you of your brethren, like unto me. Him shall ye hear.
Come on.
This is he that was in the church.
Ooh, there was what?
In the church.
That was in the church. Then we just read about the church. If you go back to Ephesians 5:25, it says, husbands, love your wives, even as a Mashiach Yahushua also loved the church and gave himself for it. So who was this church you talking about? Come on.
In the wilderness.
That church in where?
The wilderness.
Who was that church in the wilderness? Israel. Read that one more time for them.
This is he that was in the church in the wilderness with the angel which spake to him in the Mount Sinai, and with our fathers who received the lively oracles.
So the husband have always been with his church, because if you go into another scripture, it says that rock that followed them in the wilderness was a Mashiach Yahushua. We got that burning bush that was at the mount was a Mashiach Yahushua. You see what I'm saying? So a Mashiach, which is the husband, have always been with what? His bride.
He's been talking to him
the whole time. The whole time. So now we finna start seeing what this mystery is, and then we got to go through the mystery land where the marriage took place at. And the marriage took place over there in Shechem. And we got to go visit Shechem, and they say it's a hard place to get to. So you got to go through all types of off-road deserts to get. They say it's nothing but boulders and rocks. I say I got to go though. Got to get to Shechem, man.
This is also why when he got there dealing with the burning bush, he said, "Take off your shoes, sandals. This is holy ground." So at that point, it became a hollow place.
Yeah.
Whenever you deal with the Most High.
Yeah, come on with it.
That was it for those. Yeah,
we back at Ephesians 5. All right, y'all got that? If y'all got that, type in some nines. We back in Ephesians 5. We see who the church is. The church is Israel. And look, we see that the church was in the wilderness, y'all. Come on. We see that the church was in the wilderness.
And this is the wilderness that Moses was in Mount Sinai.
Yeah.
Because he went to the wilderness. So before he was estranged.
So what? This is before what?
This is before the deliverance out of Egypt.
Yes, exactly.
And remember, this is based off also the class or the study that the scriptures allow you to see. Is that this is when Moses called himself a stranger.
Yeah.
And named his son Goshen.
Yeah. So we see that a lot of the after that tribe split, that tribe split for all them sins, man, we see that a lot of that northern kingdom, man, them was a lot of ones that straight played like the harlot. I ain't saying we see treacherous Judah.
Judah did it.
We see treacherous Judah. And he said we follow suit. It says she played the harlot.
Whoa.
We played it awesome.
Whoa. Guess what I just realized,
what?
Guess what I just realized?
Bring it up.
For my non-polygamous Israelites, Most High had two wives at this point.
Of course.
Judah and Israel.
Of course.
Divorced one.
Yeah. Kept the other.
Kept the other wife.
But married.
And there's a law in there about.
Yeah.
We're
going to that. All right, now you finally see where I'm going with this?
Boy, this is go.
I thought you was catching up faster than that, my brother.
You know the way my body built, I'm kind of old and big.
I think the comment board
they caught them quicker.
I think they caught that already, brother.
Did y'all catch that? Be honest. Can I get a 7 if y'all caught that?
Let's get it.
Be honest, y'all.
Let's get it.
I don't see no 7s.
Y'all know what's going on out there as y'all lost. Y'all good?
Now, it should be caught up now because I called them up.
All right, come on, let's get it.
So we have verse 26 of Ephesians.
Read 25 again.
Read 25 again?
Yeah.
All right, we're going back to 25. Ephesians 5:25. Husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it.
Come on.
Oh, they didn't like it. The kingdom of heaven to his wives.
Exactly. Come on.
26. That he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
With the washing of water by the word. So to keep us cleansed and to keep this marriage purified, all you got to do is stick to the what?
Word.
The scripture. That's how we all know if we going off or not. That's how you know if you breaking law or not. What Paul say? He say, look, hey, I wouldn't even know what sin was unless it was for what? The law. And we're going to go into that scripture too. All right, come on.
That he might present it to himself a glorious church.
See that? He want his church to be glorious, just like a man want his wife to be a glorious woman. A Proverbs 31. And I'm pretty sure she expecting a leader, just like Christ is a leader. So your marriage is literally supposed to mimic the heavens. If your marriage is not mimicking the heavens, then your marriage is somebody's off in their road. Come on.
Having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy, set apart, and without blemish.
You see that? So husbands ain't just jumping on y'all head for no reason. We expect y'all to be holy without blemish. I need you working on all aspects, on all corners, because you make me a better priest. You make me a better king, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Husbands, we don't need to be off either, because remember, we rehearsing and we are mimicking Christ and his church, right? Come on.
Verse we had 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies.
You see that? So man is to love their wives as their own bodies. Come on.
He that loveth his wife loveth himself.
And why is that? Because
Well,
we are
reflection.
one flesh. That's your reflection.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Makes
I was talking to Abu early, and I was letting her know, I'm like, look, you know what I'm saying? According, like, if you really want to get to know a man, you know what I'm saying? Speak to their wife. Once you will see the reflection. Then you start getting into the scriptures. Wicked woman is her portion to a wicked man. You start seeing, you be like, boy, you know what I'm saying? It make a whole lot of sense. What's his name?
Tupac even had a song about that. Me and my girlfriend. I mean, we know what he was talking about, but yeah, they ride together to the
ride
very
together.
end. Bonnie and Clyde.
But I heard a heathen say that, and it made so much sense. You want to know how a priest is?
Check out his wife.
Check out his wife. See what she doing. See if she up in here limp fumbling. She's sad all the time. She's always angry and pissed off. You know what I'm saying? That'll show you the reflection of the man she's with. It make a lot of sense, boy. Make a lot of sense, man. Come on.
29. For no man ever yet hated his own flesh.
But what?
But nourished
it. Come on.
And cherished
and what?
And cherished
and cherished it. That's why when you get in Proverbs 31, it says her woman, her children, and her husband praise thee. That's how hard she was. Come on.
Even as the Most High, the church.
You see that? So it shows you that Yahweh Shah straight cherished us because we his church. He want to see us without spot. He want to see us without any blemishes, without wrinkles. He wants us to be that shiny jewel. Why? Because he married us. You know what I'm saying? This is the son of the living power, the only begotten son of the creator that possessed the heaven and the earth. His wife got to be the ish. What do he look like with a mediocre wife? If he the top-notch king on the planet, he needs something to match his fly. Or we been that. No. We whorish, we backsliding, we do whatever we want to do. We bow down and worship green trees. And we done remarried to Baal. We married to Nimrod.
Even to this day.
Even to this day. Go to Thanksgiving. All these pagan gods go back to Nimrod. I don't care what name they up under. All these fertility gods, Ishtar, all this go back into Nimrod. All of it.
Go back.
All of it go back to this God. All of it. That beast. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And got you jumping through the hoops. Whoever you yield your members to is who you serve.
Yeah. Said the Most High supposed to look at the church and say, man, I look good. That's right. That's right, DeWitt. Yep, that's right. You're supposed to be like, boy, I look flawless out here.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
My wife look good. I
look good. Yeah. Because that's your reflection. Most definitely. Come on.
We're verse 30. For we are members of his body, of his flesh.
Of what?
And of his bones.
Now look, so if you go into Genesis chapter 2, ain't this what he said? This is now bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. That's his rib. That's his woman. That's his wife. Wow. Come on. It's finna get deep. Reflection. Come on.
For this cause shall a man leave his father and mother,
right?
And shall join unto his wife, and they two shall be one flesh.
Come on.
This is the great mystery.
Now, Pete, what he said. This is the great mystery. This is Melchizedek Jew right here. This is the great mystery. Come on.
But I speak concerning Christ and the church.
Why would he say that? He say, this is the great mystery, but I speak concerning Christ and the church. So what is this mystery? Come on.
Nevertheless, let every one of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself, and the wife see she reverence her husband.
See that? Now look, let's pick up the mystery real quick. Let's go to Matthew 15. Matthew 15, 24. What's the mystery? Because the mystery thing, we got everybody thinking that, you know, the Most High just married everybody when he didn't. Mally just did how many series y'all do? 5-part series on this.
Recap.
So let's
recap.
That's fine. So obviously bro caught wind of the mystery then. Because this is all the mystery is about. Before we go into this next scripture, let's go and get this prayer off real quick. Let me turn the screen back real fast. Hold on, family.
Yeah, go ahead and leave it up. That'd be a good place for the minute.
Yeah, that'd be a good place right there. Hold on, family. Let me turn the screen back for y'all. Let's get this prayer off real quick. Where y'all at? All right, here we go. Stop. All right, there we go. Y'all can see me typing some nines real quick. We're finna get this prayer off. 6 hour up in this deal. First hour, I mean. Let's get her done. Y'all get some understanding, and overstanding so far. Type in some nines.
Bro, it just gets deeper, man. Listen, the more you go into this different study, I'm talking about like this last month and a half, it's just a perfect, more clear
everything we've been talking
understanding
about, man.
of who is all the characters, what roles are to be played. Men, play your role. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the great mystery.
And you straight see, if he came up out of Judah, that means he never divorced Judah. So who is he marrying back into the fold?
The lost sheep.
The lost sheep. So when
who
he
was sent to go get.
So when he say I was sent
you to go get your sister, you watched it go on.
So when he's saying that,
go get
I was sent unto the lost sheep, he talking about straight specific tribes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. It's even deeper than just it ain't the heathen. Straight. It gets deeper and deeper.
Because he was never married to the heathen.
He was never married to the heathen.
So that's how you write that whole argument.
He never divorced Judah. So who is he talking about?
So that had to be the wife, because that wife bore his
son. There you go, deep. It all links up, brother. It all links up. All right, let's get it.
All praise.
You can go get it now.
All right, y'all repeat after me. Abinu.
Abinu.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Yikadeh.
Yikadeh.
Shimka.
Shimka.
Tabo.
Tabo.
Malkuteka.
Malkuteka.
Yeah, I say.
Yeah, I say.
Ratzonka.
Ratzonka.
Kabashamayim.
Kabashamayim.
Cain. Ba'aret.
Ba'aret.
Etlakem.
Etlakem.
Kukenu.
Kukenu.
Tainlanu.
Tainlanu.
Hayom.
Hayom.
Uslaklanu.
Uslaklanu.
Oh. Kata'enu.
Kata'enu.
Kamo.
Kamo.
Shel Sokin.
Gam.
Anaknu.
Lakoti. Lanu.
Wa'al.
Tabienu. Lide. Nisayo. Ki. Kotzenu. Minhora. Kilaka. Hamamlaka. Wahabura. Wahatifaret. Laome. Olami. Amen. Hallelujah.
Praise the mighty God.
English.
Our Father
in heaven. Holy is your name.
Holy is your name.
May your kingdom come.
May your kingdom come.
And your will be done.
And your will be done.
On earth. As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us.
And forgive us
our
sins.
As we also have forgiven those who sinned against us. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us. From the evil one. For yours is the kingdom.
For yours is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
Forever.
And ever. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Praise the mighty God.
That's right. Yahoo!
Praise the mighty Yah.
That's the puppy you?
Praise the mighty Yah. All right. We all good? Let's get back into this lesson. Let me share the screen back with y'all. Bang. Entire screen. Get it done. Share. Present to everyone.
This is gonna be one of those classes.
Well, yeah. Get deeper and deeper. Let me take y'all back to this real quick to keep this in y'all head, because we ain't touched on it yet, because we laying the foundation. We got to establish the marriage. We got to establish who got divorced, who we trying to marry back. Then we get to go into the land and connect the land. Once you connect the land, you're going to see that, look, this book is powerful, man. Like, this couldn't been written by no white boys. I don't care what nobody talking about. It's too spiritual.
Because he didn't write himself in there.
You know what I'm saying? It's too spiritual. Way too
spiritual. You
spiritual.
What I'm saying? If this is a white boy book, why did he put himself as being destroyed? Why did he put himself going into slavery?
Right.
Why did he put himself being killed by the sword? Because
you look at the Egyptian hieroglyphs, they took all they destroyers out. And wherever they destroyed it, they took it out.
They took it out.
They took it out.
They even write about it.
Yeah, straight up.
Take it out of the histories. So I'm saying they didn't remove none of it. They didn't add no word white in there where you see black. They don't do none of that.
Right.
They just tamper with your understanding. By taking out the slave book, 800 chapters, that would tamper your understanding.
Yeah.
But they knew that you vibrated on that level, on the deepest of what you be talking about too. They knew you vibrated on that level.
Yeah.
So the book was good for you. It just couldn't give you the whole book.
Right. That's
because then you would have rose up. Then.
Yep. But look, y'all, we finna go to the book of Matthew, y'all. New Testament, Matthew.
What was this behind?
It's talking about the lost sheep. We finna go into the church who he sent for. Now we know that he still was married to Judah, so who is he going out to? We're gonna go to Matthew 15, start at 20, y'all. Matthew 15, start at 20. Blow it up for him a little taste. Type in y'all nines once y'all get there, and the come y'all gonna read for y'all.
All right.
Yes, you is, my brother.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get it. Yeah, let's get her done. Matthew 15 and 20. Hopefully it's making sense to y'all thus far. If it's not, please say something. Just don't be agreeing if y'all don't understand, man. That way we all on point with this.
I loved her.
All right, let's get it.
Matthew 15 and 20. These words are written in red. These are the things which defile a man.
Right.
But to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man.
Come on.
Then Yeshua went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O master, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil.
Come on.
But he answered her a word, and his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away.
You see that? Send her away. Come on.
For she cried after us.
Mm-hmm.
But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You see that? I'm not sent, but only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And we see which house that is. It's the ones that he what? Divorced. That he need to bring back into the fold.
To the marriage.
To the marriage. Now look, it get deeper. Let's go to John. John chapter 4. John chapter 4. Because now we finna start getting into these places in Shechem. That
We
get
know what this.
Yeah, we can leave this out right here. Now we finna start getting into these places in Shechem. Let's go to John 4, 40 to 43. John 4, 40. Yeah, John chapter 4, verse 40. What the hell? That was a red spider. I ain't never seen no red spider. All right, book of John chapter 4.
Verse 40.
Yep, verse 40.
440.
440. Type in y'all nines when y'all get there. Oh, we all good up. John chapter 40. John be having them chapters, boy.
43.
John had a lot to say. Let's get it done.
John chapter 4, verse 40. So when the Samaritans were coming to him, they besought him that he would tarry with them. And he abode there 2 days.
Uh-huh.
Talk about that. Why would he sit there?
Let's keep reading.
Oh, okay,
Explains itself, bro.
And many more believed because of his own words.
Ooh, come on.
And said unto the woman, Now we believe, not because of thy saying, for we have heard him ourselves.
Hold on. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead.
And know that this is indeed the Mashiach, the Savior of the world.
Mm-hmm.
Now, after 2 days, he departed thence and went to Galilee.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I went too far down. Let's go up. Hold on. Let's go up, brother.
Nope.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
going off.
I'm going off. Hold on, y'all. Hey, I get dyslexic sometimes. Hold on. Yep, let's start at 1, family.
What the what? Bro, what is you on, bro?
Hey, man. All right, there go, because they go to 6th hour and all that. My bad, family. Start at 1. It be like this sometimes, brother. We're going to start back at 1. I misfired. Ain't had it too many times in war, boy.
Oh, boy, you ain't misfire. You shot a dude.
Come on, let's get
that damn ball.
Lisa, here we are laughing at me. Come on, y'all. Don't be laughing.
A whole other continent.
Don't be mocking
with them
me.
Coordinates.
Don't be making a mockery of me now. All right, let's get it.
Yeah, it's not a sniper.
Come on, let's get it out.
Verse 1. When therefore the master knew how the Pharisees had heard that Yeshua made and baptized more disciples than Yachanan,
Come on.
though Yeshua himself baptized not, but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again into Galilee.
There we go. Come on.
And he must needs to go through Samaria.
Now, why did he need to go through Samaria? That's the whole point. Come on.
Then cometh he to the city of Samaria, which is called Sychar.
Which is called what?
Sychar.
Come on.
Near the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph.
All right, now let's look at this word real quick. Let's look up this word, Sychar. Hold on. You got to look stuff up now. Samaria, Sychar. Let's look this deal up real quick. What does it say?
Why you doing that? Must be some family that are holding down a lot of land.
Strong's G 4965. Suchar. Suchar.
All right, now check this out. It says probably another name of the town of what? Shechem, a town of Samaria near the well of Jacob. So we see he coming to the well, but notice what town he in. He in Shechem, right? He in Shechem. Now we finna link Shechem to this marriage, and how he got to marry the whorish Israel back in. Because remember, Israel had became the heathen because we started serving other gods. That's the reason why he gave her a bill of divorce in the first place. All right, read this for me, y'all. They can read the Strong's. I'll read that for them. What it say?
Of Hebrew origin, Sychar, Shechar, a place in Palestine, Sychar.
Now, what that say?
Probably another name for the town of Shechem, a town in Samaria near the well of Yaakov.
Now, this is how you know it's Shechem, because if you actually pull up a map, it's going to take you right back there to Shechem, y'all. What it's going to take you to. So let's go back to John chapter 4. What verse was I in?
5.
All right, let's get it.
Get it again?
Yep, let's keep going. So now we know.
Okay.
Now we know when it says Sychar, it's talking about actual Shechem, y'all. Come on.
Hold on for a minute.
And it says near the parcel of the ground that Jacob gave his son Joseph. So we know that's where that's at. Come on.
Making that little footnote.
That's all good. Because now we finna get into the well. Yeah, it is Shechem. Shechem got a lot of different names when you start getting into the New Testament. So once you start looking up the names.
Isaiah,
exactly.
Hosea, OC.
Yeah, all right, come on with it.
Then cometh he at the city of Samaria, which is called Sychar or Shechem, near the parcel of ground that Yaakov gave to his son Joseph. Now, Yaakov's well was there.
Okay, now Jacob's well was there. Come on.
Yeshua, therefore, being weary with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour.
All right, now look. So it's the 6th hour. We literally in the 6th hour now, right? According to Jerusalem time, it's 10 what?
Yeah, it's 6 a.m. over there.
Yeah. Well,
So
we first
6 in the
hour.
morning.
Yeah, 6 in the morning. My bad. First hour there. So look, now check this out. So the heavens are open, y'all. The heavens are open. And notice it said he needed to go through Samaria because he had to come through Shechem. Why did he have to pass through Shechem?
The family lot of land.
Exactly. And look, that's the marriage, y'all. All right, now come on.
There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water.
All right, so now notice she's of another nation. She's a straight heathen. She's a heathen. Come on.
To draw water. Yeshua said unto her, give me to drink. For his disciples were going away into the city to buy meat.
Come on.
Then said the woman of Samaria unto him.
Now, peep what she said to him, y'all. Now, notice, all this is talking about marriage. All this is talking about backsliding Israel, who he divorced because she became a heathen for committing adultery, right? He couldn't get rid of Judah because Judah, he had promised the Messiah was going to come through that seed. So now he at this well in Shechem where all this marriage stuff been going on and he see a heathen woman. He see a heathen woman. You know what I'm saying? The heathen woman like, what's up? Messiah, like, look, come give me something to drink. Peep her response. Come on.
Then said the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that thou, being a Jew?
Being a what?
A Jew.
A Jew. You a Jew. What you hollering at me for? Huh? Come on.
Asked drink of me. which am a woman of Samaria.
See that? Which is a heathen woman. You know what I'm saying? Why you at this well asking me to come draw some water and to come give you drink? Come on.
For the Jews had no dealings with the Samaritans.
You see that? Just like Jews had no dealings with heathens, we don't marry heathens. That's why we had to get her away from Israel and give her a bill of divorce, because she turned into a heathen for doing what? Serving other gods. Come on.
Yeshua answered and said unto her, if thou knewest the gift of Yah,
See that? If you knew the gift of God, come on.
and who it is that says to thee, giveth me to drink, thou wouldst have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water.
Ooh, come on.
The woman said unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water?
See that? So she getting physical with it. She like, you talking about some living water? We ain't even got no bucket to draw the water with. What are you talking about? Because the Most High always spoke in parables and mysteries. Come on.
Art thou greater than our father Jacob?
You hear that? Art thou greater than our father Jacob? Ooh, we. So, who is this woman? Come on.
Oh, I'm so glad you. Which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle.
Now, do y'all see what's going on here? So we got a woman of the fold, all right, that's in another land. You know what I'm saying? Which be considered a heathen, right? Now notice she like, look, you don't even deal with us. We not of the land. We not homeborn. You know what I'm saying? We consider heathens. Now, peep what he had to do with Israel. He had to get rid of her because she took on heathen customs and started serving other gods. But notice there was a wife, so he got to find a way to marry her back in the fold. So now he walked through Shechem where these same promises. We gonna go to Genesis chapter 12 and the 15 and break it down. He walked back through Shechem, the same place. That's why I said he must need to go through where? Shechem. You know what I'm saying? He goes, it's Samaritan. He goes to this well. He see someone of the fold that ain't of the fold because things and customs they have took on. And she like, look, you know, you don't deal with us. You only deal with Jews. But he's still telling her to come sup, come bring me some water. Now we get into it, and he basically breaking it down like, look, if you knew who I was, and you knew the gift of God, you'll went ahead and fetch me the water, because this will bring you back into the fold. That's the whole point of this. Y'all get it? Y'all see how it's lining up though? And notice it's a woman that's considering herself a heathen. Know how he had to get rid of Israel and not Judah because they took on heathen customs. So like, let's go back and read it again. Y'all getting that so far? Typing some 9. Oh, I see cons already. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Typing some 9s. We're gonna go back again. All right, they get it. Kaylee get it. She got it off back. She like, con. We'll slow down for y'all, because all this gonna line up. Notice the location. The location was make so much sense. And I know you wanted me to hurry up and break that off, but
I followed you.
I be liking them to get it on their own though, instead of like always just giving.
That's why I'm glad they can't see us.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there like
me up here trying to, but like
I want y'all to jump the gun, y'all. Cool.
All right, they get it. They get it though. All right, let's get it again.
What's the kicker?
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Read the verse 12
Father
again.
Jacob. Bro, come on now. Look.
I know you know. I'm just saying to your audience.
Yeah, but we're gonna read it again. Look,
you want to read back all?
Yeah.
Which way you want me to read?
Start back at
12?
Go there. Let's go.
12?
Yep.
All right. Art thou greater than our father Jacob?
Come on.
Which gave us the well and drank thereof himself and his children.
Y'all see that?
And his cattle.
See that? That's possessive. All father establishing. So look, this.
So you know they connected.
Yeah, they most definitely connected. I mean, plus they in Shechem. We already know what Shechem is, and we see what Jacob did in Shechem. We all the way in the New Testament. We already see what Jacob did in Shechem. He had hid all the other gods and stuff up under the oak tree. You know what I'm saying? Shechem had already been bought by us. So we see exactly what's going on here. So look, when y'all get into this passage, you see why he said, look, come give me something to drink. This is subliminal, him showing like, look, even though that you off, you still can come back on to us.
But you gotta serve me.
You gotta serve me still. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's deep. Oh,
breaches there.
I never noticed that before. Yeah, look, we seeing it now, though.
Because the Samaritan woman in times of old have been taught that she was a Gentile.
And she what not? Exactly, but she was by mindset because they
No, she was by that.
They took on different cultures.
But she was an Israelite.
Yeah, but notice all of them in Samaria serve another god called the god of sin. Yeah, mixed worship. Yeah, and his name, hey, that dude, his name was the god of sin. The god of sin. Now it makes sense how when Abraham got to Haran, he called him up out of the land of sin. Because that's the God that was over that land. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's in English terminology, it makes sense. Then you look up the word sin. You look up the word sin, that deal say thorns and thistles.
Give him a quick small breakdown of what you were saying about how each nation has a certain thing over.
Yeah, so each nation have its own God. So look, I call it cultural, I basically call it cultural consciousness. If you go to Arabia right now, they serving Allah. That's the God that inherit the land. If you go to Rome right now, you're gonna be under the Catholic God. You know what I'm saying? Mary Magdalene and Krishna and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You go to certain parts of Samaria, you go to Apollos, but Apollos is another name for Abaddon. Abaddon is another name for Osiris. Osiris is another name for Nimrod. All this is the same God, but they just been worshiping the same God in different names in different in different countries. So anywhere you go, it's another name for that. But in Israel, you know what I'm saying, you have the God of Yod Hey Wah. So notice that each landmass you go to, they serve a different God. So notice when people was in Greeks, they serve what? Greek gods. People is in India, they serve Hinduism or Voodoo and all these other different gods. So in our homeland, we have our own God. So she from Samaria, you know what I'm saying? Which she's still an Israelite, but notice she's into different customs. But she already knew her history too, because she ran it down. She like, what? Are you greater than Jacob, Yaquab, our father? You know what I'm saying? Who drank right here? So she established a bloodline immediately. But notice she still was called a heathen. Why? Because she kept on different customs and she was mingling her God, even though she knew her history. It was all about her worship.
She knew her history.
Yeah, all right, so pull that. But look, notice what the Messiah was doing though. The Messiah was coming and he was coming to gather what? The lost sheep of Israel, to marry them back into the fold, because God, his father, had divorced Israel, but didn't divorce Judah. He divorced Israel though. So he like, look, I gotta go get the ones that scattered abroad to bring them back into the marriage sup. You know what I'm saying? I need to sup with them. I need my body as one again. So this is a subliminal mystery about him being at the well of living water, showing her that if you just follow me and come back into the customs, you can marry me back. You can't marry my father, but you can marry back through me. That was the whole thing. Y'all get it? All right, cool. Y'all get it on the board?
It's the same bloodline, which
same
Levitical law.
Exactly. But look, we're going to that next. Look, I crossed my eyes and dotted my T's. I mean, I dotted my eyes and crossed my T's.
That's why I'm here to help you.
Yeah, whatever.
In that order.
I read what Mallory said.
We're Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 17, starting at 17. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
Ooh. There you go.
But Israel
That's it right there.
is Yahweh's portion.
The powers, oh yeah. There you go, right there. Well, read that one more time. Let me footnote that.
Yeah.
Write that down real quick.
Yeah.
What's that? Sirach what?
Sirach 17 and 17.
Sirach. Good looking on that one, bro. That was clear cut. I ain't have to do all that explain. I just did all that to explain. Sirach. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you went over all those.
Yeah, I already went over that one. Yeah. Go ahead. All
right. For in the division of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people.
See that, a ruler over every people. So you got the Canaanites and you got the Canaanite deity. You got the Romans, you got the Roman deities. You got the Sumerians, the Sumerian deities. They worship the Anunnaki. They worship the gods of Anu. You know what I'm saying? Roman worship Mary Magdalene, a woman, and all of that. And they get into the Catholic stuff. You know what I'm saying? You go to Africa right now, they worship the Dogon tribe. They get into Sirius and Star B. You know what I'm saying? No matter where you go, it's a god and a devil over and a chief prince of Satan over that nation. But when you get to the land of Canaan, which is now Israel, there's only one God, and that's the God of who?
Abraham, Isaac, and
his name is Yahweh. That's why we got to get back home, because that custom match us and our DNA and our bloodline. So you see why he had to go to Shechem. He could have went another way to get where he was going, but he had to go by there because he had to show this mystery. All this is breaking down the mystery that Shaul was talking about, the great mystery, marrying back the fold that had got divorced. He got to bring them back in. Got to. You know what I'm saying? That's how much, because if you start reading in that Jeremiah chapter 3, it says that he gonna get us back. Most High said he's getting us back, and he gonna establish a covenant with us that's forever. Well, how he gonna do that? He can't go against his own law. Oh, he got his only begotten son that's gonna die for us. That's why it says that a woman is down with her husband until what? Until he dies. Then after that, she's free to let go and she can remarry. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why this law is in place in the first place. So that's what we're finna go to. Back to the law, like you said. You thinking like me, big brother. Thinking like me, man. You know,
not
I like
bad
that.
for a ball head, man.
Not bad for a ball head, man. All right, let's get it.
All right, so we done with that?
Yeah, read one more verse of that. Read one more verse of that, and then we're gonna go back to Deuteronomy 24, 1-4, and then we're gonna hit that 1 Corinthians. No, we're gonna hit that, 1 Corinthians 7, and then that Romans 7, and it ties all this together. Now we see where he was talking about the law. Everybody say he talking about the law of sin. Yes, he's talking about the law of sin, but what about the law of her husband? What about, he said that's no more, that don't play a part no more because he dead. So we see he was matching the law of sin to the law towards her husband, meaning that if you are walking in spirit and truth, the law of sin no longer reigns in your member. You're not obeying the law of sin no more, meaning that if your husband dead, you know what I'm saying, you're not bound to him anymore because he's dead. You can remarry back. You can remarry a new man. And that's the whole point of the death of a Mashiach Yahushua, for Israel can come back.
You need to say that again. That was very powerful.
Yeah.
You need to say it again. You put that husband's sin to death.
Yeah, when you put that,
then you're free.
You're free from
as
that,
a woman
from that
to
law.
Remarry.
So you're free from what? That law under you, that you was under and
to
subjecting to your husband, to your God. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Ain't that big?
And you free.
Yeah, you're free.
So you can come on back home.
You can come on back home. Because he's dead. And that's the whole reason why he bought us with his blood. Now he bought us with the blood because you have to, back then there wasn't no such thing as you just getting married. You purchased your wife with a dowry because she was a virgin, and you gave the dowry to who? The father. So it's the same thing that's going on, y'all. That's why I'm saying there's no difference between the order of Melchizedek and the order of Aaron. Aaron is just the physical manifestation of Melchizedek to bring us back into the fold. So when we start matching up these landmass to it, it's even more mind-blowing. You will see why everybody had to pass through Shechem, because that's where it went down at in the Garden of Eden. That's where the first marriage at. We got the pictures to prove it. We got the landmass, the scriptures, everything to line this all up. And the same where he married Adam and Eve at in the garden, in the middle, which is central Israel, which is called Shechem, is where we're going to be right back again, fulfilling that other covenant, period. And then he going to give us all of Jerusalem, all of Israel is ours. You know what I'm saying? The heathens we going to rule that. Then the heathens can't come up into our temple, but they is going to have their courts where they can worship in. They got to come up to keep their feast days in the millennial reign. If they don't, they're going to get their top hit. You know what I'm saying? Everything makes sense. So like, literally all these classes that Maccabee been teaching and that Nehemiah been teaching is straight on point. And it even opened up my eyes to this lesson right here. That's how deep these lessons been. That it opened my, I'm like, dang, the whole time he been talking about the kingdoms that broke off. He been talking about Israel because he gave her a bill of divorce, but his word can't go back void, so he need to marry them back into the fold. He was never ever talking about no damn heathens, period. He wasn't. It's just what it is, huh?
So, bro, Israel made a covenant with God by blood.
Yes, by blood. Look on
life is in the blood.
But look on several occasions though.
I'm with you.
Because look, we got Genesis chapter 15 with Abraham. He made the promise to Abraham and he told him to count the stars. Abraham got worried. He like, look, I know I ain't finna have no baby by the dude of my house, Eliezer. He ain't even in my fold. And he like, look, man. He like, just look up to the heavens, whoopty wop wop, and I'm gonna multiply your seed as the stars. Remember, Abraham went to sleep and had that dark dream. He had that dark dream about us going into slavery. After that, he told Abraham to cut the calf, and he said, "You cut the calf, and you do not cut the turtle doves, the wings," which is very significant once we go into Leviticus chapter 15 on the things you had to do with the turtle doves when you was impure, right? Right, it gets deep. So then he told him, he said, put these pieces apart from each other. And he told him, I will walk through the midst of it. And it said a pillar of smoke and fire walked through the midst of these two pieces. Tell me why this is right in the middle of Shechem between the two mountains, the Mount Gerashim and Mount Ebal. Then you got Jacob coming to do the same thing all the way down the line. It's like, dang, he been making covenant after covenant after covenant with us. And he's like, look, I'm tired of making blood covenant with you Negroes. It's finna be the last up. You either get with me or you stay gone. But he like, I love y'all so much. I gotta keep my promise as a whole. So I gotta marry my flock back onto me. It's a law that if you go and you sleep with somebody else after I give you a bill of divorce, I can't lay down with you no more. So what I have to do? I have to bring my only begotten son incarnate into my son, because he's going to have to be speaking my words and have my spirit in him. And I have to kill him and sacrifice him. And that's by the way, because that law is dead now because he became dead. Now you a widow and you can marry back into the fold. That's the whole point of this law right here. When you get into Deuteronomy 24, 1-4, and we finna go into 1 Corinthians 7 and Romans 7. That's what he's talking about. That's the great mystery that he was speaking about in Ephesians chapter 5. Huh? Period.
So purchased by blood,
y'all word, because life is in the blood. There
so life is in the blood. So being that we
forsaken not the living waters. Denise, you got the whole point of the well. You get the whole point. You got it. Yes, they have forsaken him, the fountain of living waters. Yep. And notice he said, if you come back into me, this is the gift, you will never thirst again. Makes sense. Hey, they get it. Huh? Y'all get it? Everybody get it.
And look, it makes sense too, because when he marries back through Christ, again, we understand that it goes back to that law. And we know that God cannot marry us back in that manner. Mm-hmm. So it had to come through his bloodline.
Yep, it had to come through where?
His bloodline.
Because life is in what?
The blood.
The blood, huh?
And so that was the offering up. You
exactly.
see what I'm saying? And then on top of that, the reason why this is an everlasting
covenant, because
this husband dies not.
Yep, because and he's an everlasting priest after the order of what? Melchizedek. Makes sense.
Serving under his father.
Makes sense. And he was
neither two shall never die.
And he was only sent into his lost wives, basically.
Right.
The lost wives.
The lost his other wife.
Yeah. That's it. He was sent to his other wife.
And
he
so,
went to go after his other wife, man.
So when he hits you with that 1 Corinthians 15, and he breaks down you getting your immortal bodies, that makes sense because you need to live with your husband.
Exactly. Hey, look.
I'm sorry, let's be cold.
You going too fast?
I'm too far.
Yeah, you give it 252. Hey, look, that was. All right, so let's go back to it. So look, we're actually going back to the widow stuff now. So look, we're gonna hit Deuteronomy. We're gonna hit Deuteronomy chapter 24, 1-4. Then we're gonna go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. And now you know what that was about, because he was talking to the church of Corinth, because the church of Corinth was doing what? Swapping what? Wives, which is fornication. Major fornication. You know what I'm saying? Look, all this play a role. Look, Paul was way deeper than what everybody getting him. He straight was on nothing but spiritual nuggets. That's why a lot of people don't understand him. The whole time he was talking about the Garden of Eden. The whole time.
And it would make sense for Paul to really be with that issue, because the whole issue is swapping wives is just like Israel swapping God.
Exactly.
And we're trying to fix that.
Exactly.
And you keeping it going.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? That would make Paul go hard.
I told y'all this was elite class.
And Paul was a killer.
Just make sure y'all write this all down.
Paul was a killer. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So you don't want to get Paul mad about going against his God and his Messiah. After they sit here and try to repair the breach. Yeah. And you back here messing it up.
Let's explain this with scripture.
Let's go back to the first one. Deuteronomy 24:1. Are you ready?
Yeah, let me get that for you. All right, let's get it.
You're looking out, man. Time to go back anyway.
Yep, that was our scripture anyway. Deuteronomy 24.
Oh, what is it? Go.
Hey, look, I wouldn't have never even thought about this if you and Mally wouldn't have did them classes. Look, I was sitting down there with the profound face.
Boy, you was taking notes. I was thinking, you was bent over like this.
I'm like, everything makes sense now, brother. It all makes sense.
Yeah, he said right there, that back eye right there.
It made all
bent over his mouth. Like, and Uriel was sitting there like,
I'm like, look, if this is in fact the truth, which it is, because it was too many witnesses, I'm like, oh man, now I see who his wife was. The wife he was never talking to no heathens, man.
Bro, because you have to go back and find out what heathen he was married to.
Yeah.
Now that you see with this Sirach 17, all praise, bro, just brought that out. He would not even went in and took a wife of another nation because they had a different ruler, and he's not an adulterer.
He can't go against his own. He can't go against his own.
He can't go his own law. So he's not going to go into another ruler's house and take his wife.
Yep, let's get it.
So he never married none of these other nations.
Nope. Couldn't have.
By law.
The old and new covenant. You know, I say new covenant. I'm up under the new.
The new, which is still the house of Judah.
The old and new covenant
right,
is still with his wives. It's straight up. All right, come on up.
That was cold.
It's deep, man.
That was cold.
Come on with it.
Verse 24. I mean, Deuteronomy. Boy, I'm all over the place. Deuteronomy 24, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
When a man has taken a wife and married her, and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes,
right?
Because he has found some uncleanness in her.
This word uncleanness, look it up, is going to get into fornication and idolatry. She either serving another god or she's sleeping with another man. Come on.
Then let him write her a bill of divorce.
Come on.
And give it in her hand. And send her out of his house.
You see that? She got to go. And that's exactly what we read in Jeremiah chapter 3, right? Remember we read that. He divorced Israel, but he stayed married to Judah because of certain promises and stipulations he made because Mashiach had to come back through. He had to come through because he already knew he was divorcing Israel. And he's like, I'm going to have to get her back. You know what I'm saying? Because he said Israel, Isaiah 45:17 said Israel would never be a confounded world without end. You see that? So it had to come back through. So he like, all right, I see how I'm finna do this, but I got to get rid of her because she a hoe. I can't be walking around with a hoe and I'm the possessor of heaven and earth. I mean, how that make me look? See what I'm saying? Come on.
Read that verse 2. And when she is departed out of his house, she may go and be with another man's wife.
You see,
another man's
wife, because she is no longer a part of his flesh. They're not one flesh anymore. She can go and remarry. Come on.
And if the latter husband, which means the newer husband, the latest means the second, the new husband, come on, hate her and write her a bill of divorce and give it in her hand and send her out of his house.
Now the new one then divorced her, right? So she got 2 under her belt. Come on.
Or if the latter husband died.
Or now here we go back to this death part. Or if the latter husband died, right? Come on.
Which took her to be his wife.
Come on.
Her former,
which is
first.
The former means first. I'm glad you said that, Nee. Former means first. Her first husband still can't get back at her. So it went no way around it. He had to send his son. He had to. Come on.
And it says why.
Yeah.
Which sent her away. May not take her again to be his wife.
You see that?
After that, she is defiled.
Because she's defiled now. You see that? Because another man then laid with her. He can't go back and that's like you might well lay with a swine, lay with a pig or something. She's defiled. Another man then had her. You the first husband, you can't go back into her. The Most High wrote this law for a reason because you can't defile the heavens. You can't defile the possessor of heaven and earth. So
he would not be defiled.
He would not be defiled
by blood or by spirit.
But so look, but you people, this how much he loved Israel though. He sent his only begotten son in the flesh to do what? Die for the sins of what?
Reconcile
Israel. For God so loved Israel, he gave his only begotten son. He's straight talking about his wife, though. It ain't talking about everybody else. It's talking about his wife that he just divorced.
Like I got another one, man. I got another. Wait. Same thing with Judah, man.
Yeah.
I
got that right here.
You got it right there?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, man. Look.
I'm all over this, man. Those don't even do it. Yeah.
Come on, it's a spirit flow. Come on, let's get it. Yeah, just
let me all up in this, man.
My bad. Come on.
Her former husband, who sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife.
Come on.
After that, she is defiled.
Right.
For that is abomination before a Yod-Heh-Wah.
See, they hate that. Come on.
And thou shalt not cause the land to sin. In this case, heaven in that place.
Yes.
Which Yod-Heh-Wah, thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance.
Because look, the whole thing is he gave us that land and inheritance. Once we get into this whole lesson, you're going to see that the Garden of Eden is this land. Corruption already took place by Adam and Eve. He said, I would never have that happen again. That's why he shut this whole place up. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in there. You ain't finna be sinning in Israel in the Garden of Eden again. So when New Jerusalem come from the sky and it sits where it's supposed to be, like, look, it won't be no more sin there. That's the whole point. They got kicked out of it in the first place. All right. So look, now let's go deeper into this death. Let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7 and let's read 30 to 39. We're going to go deeper into this death and show you what Paul was talking about. Now, everybody been reading this all day, every day, and ain't even been getting the meaning of it. Now we finna get the true meaning of 1 Corinthians chapter 7. That he wrote into the church of Corinth because they was wife swapping, serving other gods in a spiritual sense, but they literally was sleeping with other men and they was married. All right, so let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Start that deal at verse 30, because it gets deep. The rabbit hole goes deep. And if y'all getting some understanding, overstanding, and understanding so far, type in some 7s. And we all good? Y'all getting it? All praises. But y'all see how much Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh love us, though? That's crazy. That's like some straight crazy love, boy. Like,
and then it makes sense, dude. He said, look, my will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
So is above,
so below, so without, so within.
Tabernacles is in the heavens, and then it's the same one on earth. Same way the bride and all that.
Yeah.
Boy, this is tough right now.
Let's get it up.
1 Corinthians chapter 7, ready?
Yep.
Verse 30. And they that weep, as though they weep not. And they that rejoice, as though they rejoice not.
Ooh.
And they that buy, as though they possess not.
Come on.
And they that use this world, and not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passes away.
Yes, it does. Come on.
But I will have you without carefulness.
Mm-hmm.
He that is unmarried.
Now, why would he say this? Look, now, bringing into everything that we just been teaching, bringing into all this stuff, talking about the marriage, talking about the owls, talking about the garden, talking about Shechem. Why would he say, but I would have you without carefulness?
You just read.
He that is unmarried, care for the things that what?
For the things that belongeth to your house.
Right.
How he may please the Most High.
Come on.
And look, that's the Samaritan woman in the
Yeah,
water
man,
story. Y'all
now
just
you-
seen
now
that
you-
revealed right here.
Now you get it. All right.
That was the water right here.
It's coming together. Look,
That was
it's finna link up though. Come on.
But he that is married cares for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife.
Come on.
There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin.
Ooh, you hear that? There's a difference between a wife and a virgin. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
The unmarried woman cares for the things of the Most High.
You see that? The unmarried woman, she got all her time to focus on Yod-Heh-Wah-Heh. But a married woman, only thing she should be focusing on is her husband.
That's the
But
difference.
she can treat her husband as unto him like he's the Lord, long as I'm treating you like you're the church. It's going back right into Ephesians
relationship.
5, going back into, and all this go back into the garden, because this is what we're supposed to be mimicking, not the fall they did, and not what Mother Eve did with the adult, all that other bull crap, but like the beginning, how it was supposed to be. And this is what we coming back into. We coming back into Edom, which is over there in the Holy Land. And look, that marriage owl is gonna be Shechem, right where Joseph built his altar, right where God walked through the pieces of flesh with Abraham, right where Jacob hid his false idols under the oak tree. That's what I'm saying. It all coming right back here. Come on.
I got something else, man.
Go ahead.
I got something else, dog. Hey, let's go.
Come on.
Babe, check this out. Why is going down in Shechem and the well? Why Christ said, I'm not going to drink the new wine with you until I get to the kingdom.
Look.
And you at the marriage table
bro,
and the living water coming out
bro,
the well.
you like spoiling the whole
my
lesson,
God.
bro.
Boy,
That's the last verse.
Oh, let's go. My bad.
Yeah,
I
man,
didn't know. I didn't know.
The spirit on him. It's being revealed to him. He don't know how to hold his tongue, man. It's coming out. You get it, bro? You get it. You get it. And look, notice what he said. Notice what she said at the well. She said, I don't even have a cup to draw the water for you to drink from. Notice that.
Boy, I know we're gonna be drinking the wine in there.
Yeah, look, you finna see. Look, you finna see where we get married at, the marriage reception, all of that.
Oh,
Even
man.
the honeymoon is going down right in Shechem, huh? Right there. All lines up.
Big old cup. If I make it.
All right, come on.
Read that verse 24 again.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Nick excited.
I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
Nick excited, man. The spirit revealing some things to him. He just
Praise.
giving all my verses away though. All right, come on with it, man.
There is a difference also between a wife and a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
The unmarried woman careth for the things of the Most High,
Right.
that she may be holy, both in body
Ooh, come on.
and in spirit.
You see that? Be holy both in the flesh and in the spirit. Come on.
But she that is married careth for the things of the world, how she may please her husband.
You see that? Because
'Cause
her husband need worldly necessities to stay up. He gonna need food. He gonna need cooking food. Clothes gonna need clean. You know what I'm saying? Back then they was making a man clothes, so her mind gonna be focused on worldly things, so she can please her husband spiritually. You see that? Come on.
It's the same thing as the Most High say, I own the cattle along 1,000 hills.
Exactly.
You got land of milk and honey.
Yeah, because
I'm a good husband. I can provide all your needs.
I gotta provide for you physically. Now notice that's why Abraham he came up out of Egypt a rich man, but all this was material gain though. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Spiritual meanings.
Yeah, spiritual meanings. Come on.
Verse 35. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you,
right?
But for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distractions.
Without distractions, because the distractions make you go and fall off into other gods, and then you start marrying other husbands, and then you have to get divorced. The whole point of the Bible is to bring the ones he divorced back into the fold of marriage, but he couldn't do it because of his law. So he came and he had his son die. Once his son died, now she can go free and marry back into the fold. That's the whole point. That he brought us back and purchased us with his virgin blood. Did a Mashiach Yahushua ever lay with a woman?
Oh, it makes sense again. I'm sorry.
Huh? You see that? So look, like the blood was even pure. His whole body was not defiled at all. Like this is, so you see that you can get brought. You see the diary. You see in the virgin. All this play a part of a Mashiach Yahushua. All this play a part. So like a man that like how he said he have 6,000 men that haven't spoken a gal of their mouth or haven't been defiled by what? Called them virgins. See that? Then he called them virgins. See, men's is virgins, but they able to be a part of the 144,000. So once you start taking this in the mindset, it goes into a state of purity.
Yes.
Like I don't see how much do y'all realize how much he had to do to get us back though? You see what I'm saying?
Work like over a long time.
Yes, and he gave away the biggest price up. He worked the whole time. Now look, peep this out though, Queen. You will see like back in the biblical days, they gave away about 3 or 4 cattle, couple cows and flocks. Like he gave away his only begotten, precious, flawless, blameless son.
First of his creation.
The first of his creation. That's how much he loved us, to bring us back into the marriage fold. That's how important we are. Sometimes I don't even know why we that important. It's just like how we some important people. We need to get on our good foot, and we don't need to be sinning at all. Because he straight paid. He paid the price for a wife, not for a virgin. Do you hear what I'm saying? We just read that. He paid the price. He paid a virgin price for a wife that's already been hit. We've been hit by multiple gods, by multiple husbands.
That makes sense.
He paid a virgin price for us, and that's why we're gonna go back to Hosea. Remember, we never stopped out. That's the whole point for it, because we gotta go to chapter 2, verse 17 and 18 that get deeper into it. See what I'm saying? This whole lesson gonna come full force. Y'all getting this so far? Type in some 9s. Yes, being a virgin plays a heavy role in scripture. You're right. He also is the high priest. Yes, he is. Trying to get an understanding, is the Most High our husband, or is Christ? Christ is our husband. Christ is our husband. The Most High divorced us.
Right. We're married through Christ.
We married through Christ. But we married back to the same family, though. That's the whole point. We married back through adoption. Yes. But his son came back still blameless. Y'all get it. Y'all getting it. He gave up his only begotten son for us not to be heathens. Hallelujah. Everybody getting it. Y'all get it.
Now that's a cold way to put it.
Yeah, that's a cold way to put it, Leanne Stephenson. Y'all get it. Yeah. All right,
and not the other nations who have other rulers.
Exactly.
Because God would not sleep in a nation that had other rulers over it, because he would be an adulteress.
Exactly.
And then he would have to be put to death.
And
who would put the power of powers to death?
It ain't nothing. Like that'll never happen.
But he told you before my word passed away, so he can't fade his word.
Yeah.
He's so solid, he has to abide by his own word. He's bound to his own word.
Right.
That's a super level of power.
Being about Yahoo, yes, a lot of us is, and he never got rid of Judah, because the Messiah had to come through us to buy us back into the family. So the only one he gave the bill of divorce to, purified. The only people he gave the bill of divorce to, according to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and 3, the only people he gave the bill of divorce to was the rest of Israel. But he had to save us, even though we was going a horn like a mug. You know what I'm saying? He bit the bullet for us because he can't break his promise and his word would never return back void. And the Messiah had to come up out of our bloodline. So he's marrying back. When it says he's going into the lost sheep of Israel, he going to all those who were divorced. His other wife. He's going to all those who were divorced, not his treacherous ass sister, which is us, which is Judah, Yahweh. So yeah. All right, come on, let's get
his blood was shed for all
of us. Yes, of all of us, because we
still
still
messed up.
Still
messed
exactly.
Up. Yeah.
Come on out.
Like you said, he ain't purchased a virgin. Huh?
No, he didn't. He purchased a harlot wife, but he paid the virgin
wages. Harlot children.
But he paid the virgin wages.
Didn't he, man?
Yeah, because he gave a virgin for somebody that wasn't even a virgin, man. Wow. That's what I'm saying, man. It's deep, man. Let's get it.
That's a lot of love for somebody.
Yeah,
man.
it is. Come on.
Yeah, I did the distractions, right? Without distraction, yeah. So I'm at 36. 1 Corinthians 7:36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she passes the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will, he sinneth not.
You see that? So like if he just jumping in his bones, he like, man, look, she passed her flower. You know what I'm saying? Them hips ready to burn. Hey, I'm finna go and do my thing. He ain't at sin for that. That's why I say, he rather you get married than to burn with desire. You know what I'm saying? Because when you burn it with desire, that leads you to lustful sin. You're like, look, that's yours. You know what I'm saying? She made it be yours. She just came on her dot. She bleed now. You know what I'm saying? That means she can bring child. Look, go on, get down. Instead of you burning with desire, go on, make that happen. Hit the bed chamber. Come on.
All right. Verse 37. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but has power over his own will,
come on,
and has so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin, do it well.
Come on, here you go.
Both ain't wrong, but it just do better.
Yeah, come on. Now look, it get deep right here. Here it go. Verse 38, my brother.
So then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well.
So come on.
But he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better.
Now let's go back to this Deuteronomy 4. Let's go back to this Ephesians 5 we've been talking about. Let's go all the way back to Shechem. Verse 39. What that say?
The wife is bound by the law.
By the law, come on.
As long as her husband liveth.
Ain't this what we've been talking about? The wife is bound by law as long as her husband liveth. So as long as her husband liveth, and she go and she sleep off and she step over with somebody else, she become defiled. He can't take her back. Come on.
She is at liberty to be married to whom she will.
Now, read that again.
Verse 39. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth. But if her husband be dead.
That's the whole point of this. If her husband be dead, come on.
She is at liberty to be married to whom she will.
See that? She's at liberty to come back into the fold by being adopted back through the fold, through the bloodline. She can come back to the family. Come on.
Only in the Most High.
Only in the Most High. So this law was uniquely created just for us to get back into the fold. Ain't that deep? Come on.
But she is happier if she so abide after my judgment. And I think also that I have the spirit of Yahweh.
Let's back it up with Romans 7. Romans 7, 1-4. It's finna say the same exact thing. Then we can start linking up this landmass to what I've been talking about. We can start linking up this landmass. If y'all get that so far, type in some nines. Y'all get that so far, type in some nines. You see how it's all coming full-fledged right back to what we started? Where's these laws coming from? Why is these laws in way? Yes, we pertaineth the adoption. Yep. What do you call it? The wild branches getting grafted back in. Who was that talking about? Mally just went over a long class about it. It's us. It's Israel marrying back, back through the family. Yeah.
And holding her and possessing her.
Yeah.
And even though the Most High is a husbandman, right? A husband always carries his staff.
Look. Now he get it. Look, he get it. See, look, we going back to that. The G-Brew. Look, the G-Brew going back to that. He said that's why he told the woman at the well that had 5 husbands, you have not one now. And she like, you must be a prophet. She like, look, you done went through so many husbands. She like, you must be a prophet. How you know that? You know what I'm saying? She done went through all them different guys. Huh?
Mhm.
Yeah, y'all getting it? She had to remarry into her husband's family. Yeah. Hey, look.
That water was so cold.
They lights is banging off now. Everybody
Hey,
getting
boy, I bet y'all sit
Northern
out
and
there like
Southern
this.
Kingdom.
Ooh!
Look, Northern and Southern Kingdom becoming one, marrying Christ. Yes, because remember the Northern and Southern Kingdom split. So most of these people out still stanky legging and worshiping each other guys. Of course, Yahweh died doing that, but we never got divorced. So who is he talking about? He's talking about the one he divorced when he split again. He want his woman back, man.
He can't take her back if he gonna send it through the sun by
exactly.
Yeah.
So who is that talking about? That's talking about Israel, mostly the Northern Kingdom, man.
Of course,
it makes sense. Can't
be nobody else. Because again, if anybody out whoever need that fire to go with that, what we talking about, hit that Sirach 17:7 excellent script, Mally shout to us. Because there's rulers over every nation. God would not walk into another man's house and sleep with his wife.
No. Yep.
God would not walk into another man's house and sleep with his wife. And he never had another wife outside of Israel.
Yep. Look, let's read this.
That'd be somebody else have to prove that.
Let's do this one more time.
Let's
go 37, 38, 39 one more time, and then we're gonna go ahead and go into this Romans 4. We're gonna read 1 Corinthians 7, 37, 38, 39, and 40 one more time, and then we're gonna go into the Romans 7. And then we're gonna start hitting some things up about Shekel, man, because it's going down there. And we're gonna do a part 2 to this. I'm gonna do
so with Shekel.
We gotta hit this. Hit this real
I ain't doing that part. I'm just talking about like the full like you just set up the whole stage, the marriage child, and the grand finale.
Yeah,
you got the foundation now laid.
Yeah.
Now look, do the ceremony.
Yeah. I got you. Let's get it.
Verse 7. I mean, I'm still excited. 1 Corinthians 7 and 37. Nevertheless, he that standeth steadfast in his heart, having no necessity, but has power over his own will, and has so decreed in his heart that he will keep his virgin, do it well.
Come on.
See, that's a fasting type brother right there. I can see that.
Yeah.
Because he denied self.
He's not fleshly.
Yeah, he denied self.
Come on.
38. So then he that giveth her in marriage doeth well. But he that giveth her not in marriage doeth better.
And let you know that sex, and they let you know that sex consecrate that marriage, y'all. That's that blood covenant. Swapping out them fluids, boy.
Christ couldn't do that.
Yeah, come on.
Makes sense. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth.
Right.
But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty,
she free
to be married to whom she will, only in the Most High.
Come on.
But she is happier if she so abide after my judgment, and I think also that I have the spirit of Yahweh.
Now watch this. Now look, Romans 7 finna start making so much sense to y'all now. When he was talking about, well, see, for the law is good, but then now it's finna make sense. Let's go to Romans 7. Let's start at verse 1. I was looking on YouTube. They say this is one of the hardest chapters to break down. I'm like, is it?
Because they don't understand.
They don't understand. Now it's going to make so much sense, though.
That's the whole thing about anything, and I think that's in the revealing of all what we've been going through these last months.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, the classes y'all
did.
It's
the characters, huh? When the characters ain't in play, you don't know who's playing what.
Man, look, I'll sit over there, right there, and I got it.
Well, I remember
the whole Bible just started like illuminating in my mind. I'm like, oh, this mean this. Oh, this mean.
Well, you got one of your legs rocking
that. I'm like, this mean this. So this must mean that, bro. I got lessons for years just because of what's been brought out. It makes everything makes so much sense, man.
And people mad. Why do you want to write? Listen. Some of y'all hate polygamy, but you want to write a whole different wife of another heathen nation into a guy who's dealing with his two wives right now, trying to get them back in one house.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But you want to invite the heathen nation of another ruler into your house to defile your king, your God, and his son.
Yeah.
That's a dirty game, boy. People playing, don't even know they playing. That's dirty.
Yeah, like you said, don't even know they playing it.
Don't even know you want to invite. And do you hate polygamy though?
Christianity is a hell of a drug.
It is.
It is, bro. It's a damnable drug.
What Marcus Garvey say? He said this. Marcus Garvey said that too. He said it's worse than crack. Worse than the crack plague. All right, come on, let's get it. All right, let's get it.
All right, so we're in Romans 7:1.
Yeah, Romans 7:1. Type of y'all nines when y'all get here. And look, for it on the record, you know what I'm saying? If you don't believe in polygamy, you know what I'm saying? It's all good. Blessings to you if you do. It's all good. Blessings to you. It ain't no command.
No, it ain't command.
Ain't no command or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. To each his own, y'all.
But you got to see it, though.
Yeah.
You got to see it in play.
It's most definitely there, and it's most definitely benefits as we read. So.
And look, Christ even like in the kingdom of heaven today.
Yeah.
So it couldn't be a wicked act.
Yeah. But, you know, some people agree to it. Some people disagree.
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with that part. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just talking about for our audience because they think we be up here trying to make this a command, and we ain't saying that at all.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
All right, come on, let's get it.
Did that boy just say you're on?
Yeah. You know how Melly is. He like, look, if it's scripture, I don't give a damn what you think.
No, it can't. That is how you think.
Let's get it.
Romans 7:1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
You see that? Look, Paul, like, look, I'm speaking to y'all that know the law. Now, people, what he finna bring up in verse 2? Now, the whole time he's been talking about the marriage supper, the honeymoon, bringing the bride back into, and Mashiach Yahushua marrying back Israel that his father gave a bill of divorce to. So the whole time, Paul talking about this, and then this is what he talking about, the war and his members going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Because he noticed this spirit of the law of sin, he's comparing it to the law of the husband until he died. That's why he's talking about he died daily. But look, it all lines up. It does, man. Come on.
Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
He speaks to them that know the law. Come on.
How that the law has dominion over a man as long as he lives.
So if the law have dominion over a man long as he liveth, what about the law of the husband to his wife as long as he liveth? We is going
stands in play.
Playing right back into what we've been talking about.
Stands in play.
Yeah, he's not.
Because it says, brethren, those who know the law.
They never knew the law. Huh? Who was he talking to? Huh? Look,
they knew the law, they wouldn't be in there.
So Paul,
so
Paul is literally speaking to the ex-wives, Israel in Rome, straight up. The ones that's been booted, man. The ones that's been divorced according to Jeremiah chapter 3.
And Deuteronomy 24.
And Deuteronomy 24. He need to bring them back into the fold. But he like, look,
he's a loving husband.
And look, he said, I'm speaking to them that know the law. So he's speaking to his straight brother. The ones that was up there in the law with him. The Pharisees and the scribes.
He out with them cats.
All right, come on.
For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband.
See that? It's bound by the law to her husband. Just like you have a law to sacrifice. Is we under that law anymore? No, because look, it's talking about marriage the whole time.
Wow.
Look, check this out. Don't let me miss my thought. I was on to something good there.
So
tripping. So look, read it again. I gotta get the thought back, man. Don't cut the spirit, man. Dang, I had it too. Go ahead, let's get it. Let's get
it. For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband,
right?
So long as he liveth.
Come on.
But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband.
See that? And then look, that's the same thing we've been reading. So now when you start getting into this and you start talking about the law, for he knew the law, but it was good, and he wouldn't knew the law was good if he wouldn't have never sinned. You start getting into the works of the flesh, serving other gods, and then you get into the spiritual law. You know what I'm saying? And look, it makes a point. He said the law became spiritual. This is all talking about this spiritual marriage that we all finna come into. The whole time Paul was trying to usher all the ones that's been divorced back into a Mashiach Yahushua for we can do the last supper. That's all he was doing. So when it says that Paul was sent to the lost sheep of Israel, you know what I'm saying, to the ones that was in Rome, and he had all them different tongues like you've been talking about, the whole thing was for him to be the interpreter, to be like, look, you know what I'm saying, your king done divorced y'all wicked asses, but hey, it's another way back to the marriage. It's another way back in. Y'all gonna get down tonight.
And if you deny him, you can't get back
in. And look,
in.
And this come with a new covenant. Or basically a more spiritual marriage vow. To the same wife that he already put away with, which is the lost sheep of Israel, Matthew chapter 15. For I was only sent on to the wives that my father basically gave a bill of divorce to. That's who I'm coming out to get.
So sin has to die so you can remarry.
Exactly. So just like the husband have to die for you to go back into the marriage, sin have to die for you can be at the marriage sup with a Mashiach Yahushua.
Go and sin no more.
Go and sin no more.
See the God be in you.
Yeah. Makes sense. If the seed, look, if the seed of God be in you, sound like, hey, look, I'm telling you, get deep, man. Let's read that one more time for them. Do y'all get that so far? In the law, yeah. I used to smoke crack, but I stopped for a while. Can I smoke that? Can I still smoke weed?
No,
Boy,
I'm
vibrate high, man.
nah, yo, don't be smoking. Don't be smoking nothing, brother. Don't be smoking
The
nothing.
Holy Spirit needs your lungs.
Yeah, he do, and it's a war coming.
It's
You know
your
what I'm saying?
temple. I keep tighten up.
Yeah, come on. My bad, bro. I ain't even read the meme. Yeah.
No,
Tighten up.
that's so much easier.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta try to appease both sides of the. Oh, fuck no.
Look,
Go.
you don't want to go to Christ as a high wife, a drunk wife, a wife who is not in full charge of her faculty.
That's right. Go
Because
ye.
those type of wives is in the club, and you know what those wives are doing.
Yep. Jahu said no. Go ye and smoke there more. No more. I feel you. All right, come on, let's get it. Start that over for one again. All right. Come on.
Verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, while speaking to them that know the law,
Come on.
how that the law has dominion over man as long as he liveth?
Come on.
For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth.
Come on.
But if her husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of her husband.
So look, this explains what happened in Jeremiah back to back. So as long as you live, if you are bound to the law of God, right? When you die, you're not under that law no more. It's judgment. It's judgment for everything you did. So liken unto the wife and the husband. If you get divorced by your husband, you free. You can go remarry because he gave you a bill. But when you marry a new person, if he died, you can't even marry back into that fold, but you can be brought back into the family through adoption. So he's saying, long as that death play a part there, you can marry back into the fold. And this goes back into Deuteronomy 24, 1-4. It goes back into 1 Corinthians 7, 37-39, which is, we read now, Romans 4, 1-4. And it's talking about Jeremiah, the second chapter and the whole third chapter. And this backs up Acts 7:33-38, the church that was in the wilderness, which backs up Ephesians 22 on out. You know what I'm saying? That, and it says that for Christ so loved the church that he gave himself for it. That's why it says, husband, love your wives also as what? Christ loved his church and did what? Gave himself for it. That was the death that made her free to marry back through the family.
And man, that means upgrade, man. Look, we need to be vibrating high. Look, that's the high charge that we need to be on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dealing with our wives, bro. If you were that type of brother, man, that put his hands on his wife, Christ ain't beat himself up.
No, and then we see Adam too, though. What Adam say?
Oh, bro, study that. Hey, go ahead and speak on that. I already know where you at.
But Eve was basically just like, he was like, kill me. You know what I'm saying?
Eve requested to get killed.
Like, kill me. You know what I'm saying? The reason why we kicked out of the garden is because of me. And he told her, quit speaking like that. Why would I put my hands on my own flesh? He told her to be quiet and go fast and repent, lest something worse happen to them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's deep. But
and even when Paul talked about the law of separation, which, you know, not a law, but he wrote the epistle, a letter about how to deal with that. You separate from your, that's all right. Sometimes that's cool. But she, you know, you can't go hopping around because you're mad at your dude. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do, then the law, while I live it, applies to you. Then you're defiled. You can never go back.
Yep.
And then if that's the case, do you want that on the spiritual level? You can't go back to Christ.
Mm-hmm. And took her back again, Eve. Yeah. And notice though, the reason why he took her back, because he never got rid of her. He never gave Eve a bill of divorce. He never divorced Kawhi. He never divorced.
And the same thing you see with Christ.
And
with the Most High.
Yeah. But see, the Most High never divorced Judah. That's in the second lesson.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, he never divorced Judah, but he did give a bill of divorce to his other wife, which is Israel.
And then he gave the prophet Hosea to show you what he was really worth. Yeah,
and that's what I want to end it back in, which is Hosea chapter 2. So yeah, he cut off a part of his body.
Oh, they're going to scripture about that.
Yeah, he cut off a part of his body. Yeah, the split, northern and southern kingdom. You sure right, boy.
So he cut off part of his body. Your hand, right hand feeds you.
There I go.
Cut it off. Makes sense. See, look, more scriptures just lining up. See?
Judah and Israel really one brand.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
But then, and notice though, all throughout script, if you just type in Judah and Israel, bruh, they are mentioned separately each time. He mentioned them separately so much, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Judah and all of Israel. Judah and all of Israel. Judah and Israel. Judah and Israel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's deep.
He's just trying to bring them back. And
Yeah.
I get a picture of a husband, and he's holding his staff, you know what I'm saying, over his complete work. Over his complete work as a righteous.
Not completely cut off.
That's right. All right, look, let's get back in this Hosea.
You want to go to Hosea now?
Yeah, we're gonna do that now, and then we'll do the next part for what's today, Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday. We do the next part for Thursday, and then this Shabbat I'll finish up the series on the Melchizedek.
Oh, that'd be cold. Boy, you be bringing the whole grand finale together then.
All right, let's do that. All right, let's get it. So let's go back to Hosea, y'all. We finna go back to Hosea, read a little bit, and then finish this out. I'll do part 2 Thursday, most high willing, and then this Shabbat I'll go and finish up that series of the Melchizedek priesthood. So is Christ the Most High. So is Christ our Most High. So is Christ our the Most High, the husband, brother. Bro, I don't even get how you just typed that. Look.
Hey, retype it.
Yeah, but look, just for it on the record, the Most High is Yahweh is the Most High. Yahweh Shai is his only begotten son. That is our husband. We are his bride. And he is the bridegroom.
On the way back to the Father.
Yeah, on the way back to the Father. Yeah. All right, let's get it. All right, we in the book of Hosea, y'all. We're gonna start back off as Hosea
2.
Yeah, let's do 2. Hosea 2. I really just
17 to 18.
Yeah, I really just need a couple of verses out of there and we'll finish it. Let's do Isaiah 2, Hosea 2. Let's do 14 to 17, and we'll leave it off right there.
14 to 17.
Yep, 14 to 17. We in the book of Hosea, chapter 2, 14 to 17. We're gonna leave it off right here, family. And then we're gonna pick back up on it. If y'all get some understanding, and overstanding so far, type in some 7s for me. That way I know everybody got this. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to leave y'all hanging at all. I ain't one of them type of teachers.
I think this is a good place.
Yeah.
Because that way, you set the whole stage.
And they'll say, look, the subtitle say I ain't gonna say that word. Yahweh's love for his unfaithful people, boy. Ooh-wee. All right, we are there. All right, let's start this deal off at
verse 14.
Verse 14 and read it to 17. Hold on, let me get there on the thing. So I'm tripping. Let them read with me. My bad, family. I'm all in my Bible and just leaving y'all out of there, out of the loop.
Hey, y'all, can we get a 1 if we having a good time with this revelation of scripture? I'm just asking. I done got overexcited.
Yeah, you was, boy. That's how I was, though. I ain't gonna even lie. I was in that back seat. I was confounded. It seemed like Molly was just staring right at me the whole time. I'm like, boy, I was just confounded by the script. I was like, man, I've been reading wrong, boy. And look, I
already know shit, bro.
But I already knew a lot of them was Israelites, though. It wasn't heathens. It wasn't heathens. Mindset. But it was just too much evidence on a whole scale. So, bro, now this
completely moves the heathen concept out of the picture.
Man. It should.
And listen, even if it don't, you should ask yourself, why again do I want somebody of another nation to receive all my marital bliss?
Mm-hmm. Right. Come on, let's get it.
All right. So we're in Hosea 2, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, behold, I will allure her and bring her into the wilderness and speak comfortably unto her.
Now,
who does that mean already?
Yes, and who was in the wilderness though? Remember that church. Read about that, right? Come on.
There's another wilderness too, though.
Yeah, of course. But
you want me to say it?
No.
Okay.
But of course, there's another wilderness. But who is he talking to? He's talking to
Israel.
He's talking to that specific church.
Oh, that was in Israel.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. I got you. We read in Acts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we read it. There you go. We read in Acts chapter. What Acts was that? That was Acts chapter 7, 37 to 38. Come on.
All right. So verse 15. And I will give her vineyards from thence.
Ooh, come on.
And the valley of Achor for a door of hope.
See that? So look, this is the intimacy process.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring us into the wilderness. He going to speak comfortable with us. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Pillow.
Come on.
For a door of hope And she shall sing there,
Come on.
as in the days of her youth,
Come on.
and as in the day when she came up out of the land of Egypt.
Ooh.
Boy, that's clear
Uh-huh.
cut.
Come on.
And it shall be at that day, said the Most High, saying, Yod Hey Wah Hey, that thou shalt call me Ishi.
Ooh, me Ishi. What's that? My husband. Ishi, my husband. The Yod is at the end of that. That's possessive. So now we see this is when the marriage actually take place. Notice he took us in the wilderness. Now, when you go into the wilderness, you get into that owl. It says he gonna lure us and he gonna speak comfortable with us. You know what I'm saying? This is getting real intimate. It says it's gonna be so intimate. It says that she gonna sing as the days in her youth. You know what I'm saying?
You know, when everything was just new to you,
Yeah.
exciting.
Uh-huh. Sweetie. So you know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying,
That's what I'm saying. She gonna be singing all like
song.
it's really gonna be going down in that wilderness because this is the intimate process. And notice this is the incoming of the ushering of the bride and the groomsmen. How you say that? The sweetie dee. Yeah, man, y'all heard that song. Yeah, loving you. Yeah, that's it right there.
It's cause you're beautiful.
Come on, brother. Man, crazy. Come on, D man, let's get it.
Wait a minute. You gotta let me get the laugh out.
It's y'all brother, man. You can't even be serious too long with him, boy.
Oh, wait. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
They told me to stick to rapping.
It's cool. I know, right?
All right,
I can't stick to rapping.
Zags, son. All right, come on.
Hey, verse 16 again, this is a very, very, very important verse.
Mhm.
And it shall be at that day, said Yod Hey Wah Hey,
Right.
that thou shalt call me Ishi,
My husband,
and shall call me no more.
the Lord. And she'll
About
call
it,
me
the
no
Lord.
more
That's-
the Lord.
That's exactly what
That's
that
exactly what that says. Because
means.
look,
So you ain't master.
yeah.
It's not serving me. It's loving me intimately.
Exactly. Loving me intimately. And look, check this out. Notice that word ain't gonna even be in our mouth no more. Come on.
For I will take away the names of Balaam
Ooh, come on.
out of her mouth,
Uh-huh.
and her is Israel,
Mm-hmm.
always the feminine. And they shall no more be remembered by their name.
See that? No more adultery. No more you stanky legging. No
You
more
can't
you
even
think
say her
you
name.
can't even say her name. But look, the marriage is gonna be so pleasurable. You ain't gonna even be thinking about another God. Come on.
Don't say me.
Read 18.
All right, all praise. And in that day,
Yeah, and then that day, come on.
will I make a covenant for them with the beast of the field,
Ooh.
and with the fowls of the heaven,
Ooh.
and with the creeping things.
Don't this sound like Genesis?
Yeah.
Do this sound like
You're
Genesis?
going back to Adam.
When he put us and had dominion, we had a covenant to have dominion over what? The beasts of the field, the fowl of the. This how you know we going back to the garden. But part 2 is fin. We're gonna explain it with all the maps and everything. Come on.
And I will break the bow and the sword and the battle out of the earth,
Ain't gonna be no more wars, none of that. Come on.
and will make them to lie down safe.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So look, if y'all got some understanding on that whole entire lesson, type in some 9s for me. Let me change my camera back around, family. Hold on.
Boys, here we go.
Let me stop this.
Listen.
Let's see if I'm back. All right, I'm back. Y'all got some understanding, overstanding, and understanding. Type in some 9s. We're gonna pray out and get up out of here. Everybody in the audience, y'all good? You got some understanding on that?
We're going home and be better husbands and wives, y'all.
Yeah. Liken unto the church in Christ, man. Flat out.
I die for you, baby.
Don't get Mally started, please.
Nobody said that.
We was over here saying, you know how you
Oh yeah, you know he doing a little dance with it.
from the desert to exile will restore her to. Yes, exactly, Denise Monroe. Look, y'all get it, man.
What did he say?
You know what I'm saying? She said, this is exactly what she said. She said, from the desert of exile, I will restore her to her fertile land.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah.
And restore her original covenant.
Yes, all praises, all praises.
But she had to walk it out. And see, you talking about a God that's infinite in time. He ain't got nothing but. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he got to make sure you walk all this out.
Yeah, most definitely. Look, they got some understanding, overstanding, and understanding on that. So Maccabee gonna pray out. We're gonna get up out of here. Most High willing, we back at y'all tomorrow with another lesson. And then, you know, just don't stop. Kohaning out here, man. 24/7, 365. All right, come on, let's get it.
don't know what lessons left.
Man. Hey, look, I got affinity of lessons. Dog.
Oh no, I know there's different levels, man. You know what I'm saying? But boy, these lessons right
Cause this
here.
get deep, especially when you get to these maps, bro. I got all maps right here. I got all maps in this deal, man.
A lot of revelation. Check your phone. I just text you too. Bro.
Okay.
No coincidence. We talking about certain this stuff.
You know what it is?
No coincidence.
Woo.
That's not the
Woo. It's gonna be part of lesson 2. Thank you, my brother. Let's get it.
Y'all good, face Jerusalem. Let's get it done.
Abinu.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Yikade. Shimka.
Shimka.
Tabo. Malkuteka.
Yease.
Ratzonka.
Kabashemayim.
Cain.
Ba'aret.
Etlakim. Kukenu.
Tainlanu.
Hayom.
Uslaklanu.
All.
Kataenu. Kamo. Shel Soki. Gam. Anaknu. Lakotin. Lanu. Wa'al. Tabienu. Lide. Nisayon. Ki. In. Kotzenu. Min hara. Kilaka. Hamamlaka. Wahabura. Mahatiferet. Laome. Olami. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise. Yahoo. Hallelujah. I'm like, what is he back there saying?
Let my tongue get.
All right, family. Love y'all indeed and true, family. We up out of here. Shalom. Peace.